Good evening, Brian.
Hello, hello. How are we going?
Excellent. Nice to see you. Nice to have someone fill in the box to the left or to the right, however you see it. It's effectively to my right, but maybe your left. But doesn't matter. We appreciate having the box filled tonight. So welcome back to some Friday Night Fights.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be involved again.
You bet, you bet. Chat, make sure you guys give Bryant a nice hello in there. I see we got 13 folks hanging out. Welcome from the land down under. We got Andrew shouting out here. So shout outs in chat to Canadian Bear, Frizzle Dizzle. We got Aaron. We got Travis hanging out. Bernard checking in, more importantly, checking in before Tom Walker. Aaron here. Jake's here. B. Smith is here. We have Sean Death, Justice, Brian, of course, Jim, welcome. And yeah, that's I think where we have. That's I think we got the roster covered off there. So exciting one tonight, Bryant. We have not one, not two, not even three bounties, but quad bounty tonight. So all kinds of bounty to be had.
And very, very, very excited to see Rebels actually getting bounty. It's fantastic.
Yep, yep. So don't bring me down at Terrain Studio. What did I do? Did I forget Aaron somehow? What happened?
We don't
Oh
care about Elo here.
yeah. I mean, what are we? We're exactly 6 minutes and 37 seconds into the cast. And I've already bullied one person apparently. So new
Jeez.
new record, new record. No, but super looking forward to tonight. Players are doing all the things. They had to set up a bunch of stuff, so they're still into their deployment, which is fine because Bryant and I got some preamble stuff that we can definitely get into. Previewing the game for you tonight, it is Anthony and Jace, as per usual here in studio. We have Rebel v Empire, so nice little classic matchup there, but quite a few new units. You're going to see some pikes. You're going to see an IG, a new Boba, a new Bosk. We got new Din, and IG debuting for the first time here on the studio channel, which is fantastic. So episode 70, 71, we're creeping up. So I figure by the end of the year we probably should get pretty near about 250 episodes ish. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Or maybe like 240 maybe, but yeah. And 48th rolling calling for Grogu. Yeah, no. Not not debuting tonight or probably ever, but unless he comes up to the studio and plays a game. But there's that. Bryant, if you want to do maybe the social media call outs, maybe tell people how to find us if they haven't already.
Yeah, definitely. So you can join us on the Star Wars Legion Facebook page, Star Wars Legion Friday Night Fights. Also at the at Twitter at Legion underscore FNF, Instagram at Legion underscore FNF, and you can most certainly join in the Terrain Studios Patreon at patreon.com backslash the Terrain Studio, where we not only so Sean mostly not only gives you some inside information on terrain and other bits and pieces in building painting. You get to have a look at studio, how the studio's looking, how the studio's progressing, and how Sean went about it. But you also get some perks for the Friday night fights, bits and pieces like card sleeves and the upcoming poker chip
Yes.
command tokens.
Yes. So as mentioned, we had the token samples. I ordered two more samples, just a slight tweaks on this one, just to see a few different elements, see if we like them better. This side is looking sharp. I want to see if we can do anything else here just to highlight the shield a bit more. But they will be soon ready to go. Also, just so you guys are aware, I did order some custom stickers, some die cut stickers. So matching the shield shape. They've already shipped. Just sent a sample of 10 to get here. If I get them and they look good, I will be adding those onto the perk wall. That'll probably actually go first. And if you're not only you're a $15 member, but the $5 tier is going to get those as well. Whatever quantity I figure out to be the most economical that I can make sure I cover shipping and cost of that, and not to actually lose on the Patreon. Of course, we don't want to. We said we don't want to lose any money on anything that we do, but we're not out to make oodles and oodles of money unless it goes into making the show better. In which case, we will kindly ask for your donations on that. On the topic of donations, here are our donators there, as well as our patrons, past and present. I want to welcome Nicholas Van Dyke and Soren Pop, both actually joining the league as well, or actually were in the league and rejoined. So it's fantastic that we have a lot of people who are both supporting Friday Night Fights, as well as the league and the Terrain Studio. I do appreciate all of that, as well as all the names on there, of course. The donators helping us to get to the goal of getting that PTZ camera, or two, depending on which option we are going to go. And we are 24% of the way there. So bounty tonight. So maybe we cash in some credits. If you do, make sure if you give a donation tonight, make sure you call out your favorite bounty hunter in there. I want to make sure I give special shout outs to those coming in tonight. In addition, Bryant, we have not only do we ask for help and support, but we like to give back. And I think if you guys were here last year, we did a pretty good job at our annual, or will be annual. This will be our second year holiday giveaway. I won't call it Great Christmas giveaway because it's going to be on the 30th. But here's what we have so far. So we have a Battle Force to give away, 3 sets of the Friday Night Fights card sleeves, 2 months of our top level Patreon free. We have a set of the activation tokens, which we'll also give out when we have those. We'll probably sprinkle some stickers in there. I didn't put that on there though. Back to Basics has kindly gifted us 14 packs, 50 quantity card sleeves. I think we have some Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker card sleeves. He's also donated us a Bosk and a Sabine, as well as a custom Back to Basics dice brush set. They're fantastic. They're actually tubular ones. You unscrew them, screw on the end, and then you can put them away, and they store it quite nicely. Dice Time has given us 9 more alt-arts, so we have that to give away. Pally, our friend from the streets, is also covering off a Battle Force. So if you're keeping track, that is 2 Battle Forces. Bryant, why don't I let you tell the folks what you're giving away and how that's going to work?
Well, on a previous stream, we pledged 2 battle forces because, well, we couldn't give away 3 and let one lone battle force be sitting on a shelf lonely and not being given away. So we're going to give away 2 battle forces. And also for those who have donated, a special thank you for those who have donated in the past throughout the year, and also those who do up until the prizes are given away. We're going to throw in 2 prizes for Din and Grogu, and also an IG-11 and IG-88. So if you haven't donated yet, and you do feel the inclination, then definitely come and join us on the 30th, and you will have a chance to win one of those.
Yeah, and so full disclaimer there. That is the only 2 prizes that are going to be linked to anything else at this point. Everything else, it's you watch the show, you are there, we draw your name, you win. No hoops, no emails, no mail lists, no nothing. Be there, even if it's your first time. You got a chance to win any one of those prizes. So we want to do lots and lots of giveaways on there, and we will likely not limit it to 1 win either. We'll just limit it to 1 win per round. So if you want to hang out and watch the entire stream, I don't want people to be excluded from winning any particular thing. So we'll obviously space out the battle forces so that we don't have folks walking away with 2. While we would appreciate, 1 winner getting both, we'd like to spread it around as much as possible, of course. So we have that. While players are still setting up, let's cover off a few more little things, housekeeping here. Don't forget that the league is ready for Season 2. Signups end on the 30th, so you have 3 days, and it'll be 2 if you're watching this tomorrow, to get in. You got to go to the Discord, sign up, and we can get you in there. I think there's about 25 people currently. We want to pump that number up to 42 if we could. That would be ideal. That would give us a nice round number of groupings for round 1. So if you guys don't know how to get in there, or if you haven't signed up yet, make sure you get there. And if you are there, make sure that you send in your list before the 30th as well. Not to be overshadowed by the final of season one. That's happening tomorrow. Jake, Mr. Witty, is going to be facing off against Michael, Mr. Debaticus, and they are facing in an Empire v Empire final. I think we have Stan who's going to live stream that game. I'll probably jump in and add some wit and clever comments to that. No insights or even reasonably good tactics, as Empire is whatever. But I will certainly be hanging out with you guys. So if you guys want to come check that out, I believe they're going at 8 CST. So I look forward to that. That'll wrap up the season one, and then we're rolling straight into season two. So look forward to that. Brian, why don't we cover off some lists here tonight while players are still doing the
Sure.
setup stuff? So maybe I'll give
Sure.
the call out here, and then you can give first insight. But we have Anthony. He's a red player. There was a roll off tonight, but I don't know why we did it because Anthony still lost and ended up red. So 10 act, 800 point list. He's running General Veers with Underworld Connections and Vigilance. He's got Mr. Boba Fett with the situational awareness, E-stims, up close and personal, and prepared supplies. We have Bosk with O-push, Seize, and targeting scopes. He's got 2 Pike foot soldiers with the disruptors and the capos. Then he's got 2 storms with T21s. And then he's got a Del Mico storm. And then he has 2 strike teams. What are your thoughts on that?
I think this is a very Alpha Strike, like with as far as having both of the bounties. I think this list is definitely going to be a very jump on, try to take out the enemy's heroes, and then possibly run away and defend. But with your pike foot soldiers, with General Veers in the background, handing out things and being just generally General Veers, and then you're having your pike foot soldiers up close and personal. It's going to be wonder whether you're going to move up those whether Anthony's going to move those pike foot soldiers up and get in close, or just sit back and wait to defend his own, especially knowing that we've got 2 other bounties in the background
Mm-hmm.
coming at them. Is he going to set them just to sit and defend? It's going to be interesting to see. Those pike foot soldiers up front, up close and personal, they're just deadly. They're heinous.
Yeah, and we haven't revealed the mission or any of that, so we're gonna pre-talk without knowing that, or I guess without the folks at home knowing that. Not to derail this, but I always like to give priority to this. So thanks, Mr. Aaron Gallagher, coming in with a $50 donation. Thank you very much, going towards the new camera. Aaron, the only thing I'm going to ask you is please put in that chat which of the bounty hunters tonight you are rooting for in the form of Boba, Bosk, IG, or Din. I think I know where you're going to go with that answer, but I will let you do that. And thank you very much. We appreciate those credits, especially tonight when we're trying to collect bounties here. So I agree, Brian. This does, I think, look like a fairly alpha strike list. However, I don't know if I could say that it has the clear advantage in the alpha strike when we're comparing it to Jace, who has quite the mirror in terms of units on the other side. Jace with the 11 activation, 800 point rebel, with the rebel officer and Capo leading the way in their respective sort of organizational charts here. We got Din with all the goodies in the up close, the situational, the targeting, the Mando jetpack, and the Beskar spear. He's a pretty beefy 146, parallels nicely with Boba at 140. We have IG-11 coming in here with the O-push and the bounty programming. I have his points incorrect there. Just that's a copy paste there. I think he's 118 or 1. Jace can do that for me. 114. Okay, I can just tell when I make those errors. 114. He has 2 rebel troopers, and I'm going to say these rebel troopers are annoying with Captain Situational DLT 20. I'll tell you why they're annoying, because JD played me and he had 5 of these units. And seeing 2 over here, this is easy button for Jace, because I had to get through 5, and they were no easy task at all. He's got also wow, I made 2 errors on here. He has one rebel with the binoculars. That's a copy paste error there as well. I got to clean that up. I'll probably do that while we're playing the game, just so I can fix that for tomorrow. And then he's got 2 disruptor pikes, so no capo in there, and then 2 strike teams on the other side. So it's 11 activations, not the 12 that I'm seeing there, but a ton of dodge spam on either side. Jace has, if you're counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 range 4 units here, maybe 8, I guess, because yeah, I think with the long shot on, I guess no, it's like a range 3. I was gonna say long shot on Din, but he'll just get up to the range 3 there. So a ton of ability to keep dodges, get dodges. He does not have the prepared supplies on the rebels, which do make them a little bit more annoying when you have that option. But the nimble and the ability to get a dodge and then hold that through nimble and situational, that the plinky crit that comes through is no problem for these guys to handle, and that's what makes them, I think, super super annoying. So um, I don't have a distinct advantage nod here to either player. I think it's going to come down to a bit of dice luck. I think in terms of who can kind of plink, and maybe situational shots if you're able to eat through some of the dodges. But that nimble is pretty strong on rebels here. I do like that combination, and I'm excited to see Din and IG for the first time as well on the table. So yeah.
Yep, yep. I'd have to agree. It's definitely who's going to get in first, who's going to take out a hero. In my view, who's going to take out
Mm-hmm.
a hero, take out cards out of play. Um, those rebels are, yeah, I know for a fact as a rebel player they're going to be hard to take out with nimble and situational awareness. It's definitely a tanky sort of choice. So
Yep,
yeah, it's
absolutely,
gonna be fun. I think
for
it's gonna
sure.
be hard and fast at the beginning too. So
Yes, for
we'll see.
sure. So, good crowd here hanging 25 plus. I want to make sure shout out to, we got Ryan checking in chat. We got Robert Anderson checking in, and Ronan was just checking in to say hello. I will bring up
Oh,
what's. Oh, go ahead.
sorry. Speaking of Ronan, we just missed out on one little thing on the
Oh,
giveaways.
yes, that's
48,
right. Yeah.
48th Ronin in 48th Ronin Painting Studio.
Yep.
So 48th Ronin is going to give away three painted models.
Yes.
You would have to correct me if I'm wrong, but is 48th Ronin just going to paint those models, or
Yep. No. Well,
is
that
he
that
providing the models as well?
he is. So what he's going to do is he's going to do 3, and it's going to be viewer choice of a commander or operative. You're going to not only get the model, but you're going to receive the model painted. So there will be 3 of those. So he may end up having to paint 3 Veers. I don't know. Maybe that's what all the choice the winner choices will be. And only if Ryan was a winner, because everyone else won't pick Veers. But he's prepared to do 3 commander, operative, viewer choice or winner choice for that, and we'll paint them and send them out. So that will be super super fun. So Bernard already calling for Jace win here. And Ryan would like to contribute a sleepover at my house. So that's sufficiently awkward. But I would, there's a standing invitation to all people to come play in the studio. That stands. My house is pretty open. I encourage you all. It's your expenses paid trip, but you can come and game in the studio. I will give you lots of Legion attention. And if you want to, hang out in the studio, it's kind of a cool place to be. You can definitely come visit me here anytime. I will not post my address on here, but I can speak to people in private. So, and Ryan, don't post my address either. Thank you. Um, but and
Sean Death, I agree. With Sean Death, rate IGA IG11 9.5 out of 10, even just after one game. Yep, that's enough evidence. I'm the same. Everything apart from his 1 pip is fantastic in my view so far.
I was sorry. I'm just slightly distracted by Anthony, who dropped a box over there. Are we good? All right. Well, at least they all stayed in the container. Uh, Slightly damaged Shadow Collective army now for sale. Jeez. 123 Bully Lane. Wow, Andrew. Thought we were friends, but apparently we are mortal enemies. So let's have a look at the table here this evening. And there's the list once again. So we are playing on a junk table, and I don't mean junk as in it's junk, but it is full of junk. There is a boatload of stuff out there, and quick rundown, and I'll get these guys between our channel or our turns. But Deep Cut Studios, Imperial Terrain, Gamers Grass, Phoenix Games, of course, Brian helping us out tonight, and in all things, including prizes. Dice Time, the train suit that's where we're playing at. Michael from Tell Me the Odds, Legion Terrain, Back to Basics, and Corvus, who I have on there, but I know they are not going to be onboarding until January. However, that does not preclude me from getting on there, and we do thank and appreciate all of these folks for helping us out, and we are in talks with most of these folks here to get us a little something extra for the Christmas special. I know Imperial Terrain has already agreed that they would be making a donation as well. So we just don't know what that is, so we didn't want to put that on there yet. But I will tell you, I'm quite confident we will see something from Imperial Terrain. So we want to thank them as well. And check out on the table, this is a combination here of both Legion Terrain as well as Imperial Terrain. A ton of great stuff. We'll highlight that as we go through the night. I wanted to just slide over here to the activation window so that I can throw up, not that one, so I can throw up the scenario, I guess, for tonight. So we are going to be playing Payload, Supply, Drop, and Rollout. So this will be super interesting. I'm not sure either one of these folks like absolutely love pushing Payload because they probably in most times want to exercise their range advantage. But I think it's going to be kind of fun to see these guys just literally blast each other off carts, see who wants to be out there pushing. I don't think this is going to be a case where you're going to have a bunch of pushers. I think it's going to be a case of like long range pushing. We may see these carts get to the middle and stall out, and then we may see bounty hunters dump in and start picking up bodies. So that'll be super fun and interesting. That's what the overhead looks like right here. If I can get you guys, Jace, to do me two favors, I'll take your card. I'm gonna hot mic the table for a second, and then let me know, folks in chat, if this is a suitable volume with me talking, and then folks at the table. We want to have it fairly quiet but distinct. Jace, can you just walk us through where you deployed and where your cart is going, and then Anthony can do the same. Right. Okay. Good. Good. Oh, that's fine. You can All right, so I'm not sure if you guys were able to hear that. Let us know if that volume worked okay for you guys. It would be table volume is a little low. Okay, I can put that up for sure. In fact, let me just go here and see if I can hit that, and then go here. Okay, Jace or Anthony, maybe you can go ahead. All right, so I'm not sure again if you guys can hear it. It's the Roadcaster is a little tricky, so it's still the literally the final thing I'm trying to work on. It registers both of them at the same, so I'm not sure if you guys are picking that up at all. But okay, I thought Jace was fine, but can't hear Anthony. Yeah, I think you guys were actually not actually picking up Jace either. I think it's still causing us a little bit of an issue. So I will probably just continue to press on with do the best we can tonight with that. But fair enough. It was an attempt. It's a little tricky. Like I said, it's the last thing that I'm still working through, and it is a fickle piece. So the microphones work great if I was setting it up slightly different, but in order to have them at two different levels, it's tricky. So. Okay, well, you got Brian Tanaya here anyway, so I can't fix anything more while I'm sitting, but we'll power through all the same as you guys usually get through without that anyway. So the payloads are going to move. Anthony, can you show me one more time, just so I can actually look at the same screen now without looking at where's your payload going? From there to that one, and then Jace, you're going from that to that tie box. Oh, okay. You got to go a bit further then. Okay, interesting. Oh, wow. And that AT-AT head was out, or no? The other one, the one on the back side of the table, right there. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so okay, but why was the head not eligible? Yeah. He's got two all the way. That head's outside, not outside of the deployment zone at all. It doesn't have to be. It can just be any portion out. Yeah, I 100% know this to be factual. Oh, yeah, gotcha. It's not too out this way though. Okay, I understand what you're saying. I can't see the board edge. So, oh, I see now. Okay, I know what you're saying. Okay, all right. So Jace has limited options. There is what he's saying. So, okay, understand. I got you. I'm tracking now. Okay. Jamie's loving some Friday night fights. Perfect. Okay. That would have been perfect. Gotcha. Okay, well there you go. That worked out awesome for you. Okay, so players are we got that all sorted out. Good, good, good. I think I showed you the list. We got the command card screen. This will be your activation screen. That'll be your overhead screen. That'll be Anthony's arm, which um, should be. Let me pop that up. Oh, somebody bumped a camera here. All right, let me fix this now. Just one
Well,
second.
obviously it was Anthony because you've got
Yep.
photo evidence there.
Yep.
It's on the
All right.
internet.
There we go. I got it fixed. Perfect. That will be your close side cam. There's your far side cam, and there's your action cam. Okay, good. We have it fixed. Jace, you want to test the dice roller before we go? Just make sure. Last time, and we're golden. All right. Players have given me cards. We're ready for turn one. Once I do the shout outs to our sponsors. So we want to thank Deep Cut Studios, of course. Go check them out. We are running a Deep Cut Studio gaming mat. Actually, my favorite one is the industrial mat. You guys can go check that out as much as I like this one. They're all really, really super cool. We have a ton here. You can get them in various sizes. We run the 6x4s just for the Infinity Edge, but you guys can actually get full or custom Legion sizes as well if you want to do 6x3 or two 3x3s. They have a whole plethora of mats. You guys can go check them out at deepcutstudios.com. And now we'll jump into turn one. Players gave me the cards. Here we go. All right. Now, real exciting, Bryant. Here we go. Here's Jace's card. And he's going to be running little standing orders. And Anthony on the other side, he's going to be running some standing orders.
Surprise with the characters we've got, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to do
no one wanting to use anything straight up.
Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick mirror effect on that one. That way we have Jace on the appropriate side, and then we will cut the cards here, and we'll jump to, let's go to the overhead. Jace is going to give us a roll here. Jace loses the roll out here, so Anthony will be going. All right. Okay, Jace is already exceptionally stoked about this. All right, I'm going to do a little flip there. That'll put Jace in his end. I'll move this one to that side. I'll jump back to the command cards. I got that sorted. Table side. I'll flip this one here because Jace is going to be on the other side tonight. There we go. And close side camera, we have that right. Far side camera, we'll move Jason to the other side as well. Boom. The magic of video. We'll do that and switch Jace. That way you guys can just line up Jace playing from basically right to left for the bulk of the night. So battle forces are allowed. Yes, you are correct, Bernard. You can go with battle forces. Anything that is street released is eligible for the league. So very, very busy shots tonight. Tons of cover on the table all over. We have Anthony running my stormtroopers down here, and then his pikes mixed in. Then he's got somewhere in there he'll have his veers. I haven't seen him just yet. Looking. Oh, there he is. Veers. Okay, gotcha. He's in there. No, you grab the comms. You grab a comms guy. Veers is in the case. Okay, fair enough. Anthony's saying, I have no idea what Veers even looks like, but that is not Veers. We'll grab you a Veers. Bosk right beside Veers, as you can see, and Boba Fett is 2 ahead of Bosk there. So, all right. No wonder nobody likes the All right. Having a look at Jace's side here, he's got a bit of an over angle on his units, taking advantage of that down CIS ship there. He's got his card. He's going to push it forward. Looks like he's got a sniper unit in there. At least 2, if not 3 rebels in there. 1 pike, and then yeah, exactly. All right, so Anthony will switch.
So, looking
Go
looking
ahead.
down at those, just something I noticed that one, you got to get that dice bag off the table.
Yeah,
Two,
that's what Jace just
two,
literally called out. He's like, yeah, we
is it?
don't need that. Yeah.
And then two, I reckon I was worried about those pikes, but I realised they're unpainted, so there's no real worry about them.
Oh, absolutely not.
They'll-
So,
they're gonna die. They're gonna die straight up.
I I also have the internal dilemma here. So Bernard is perpetually in Jace's corner, but Bernard's kryptonite is also unpainted minis. So is Bernard going to both
Ooh.
compliment and insult Jace when he references Jace's unpainted minis? And is there a
Yeah.
difference between the unpainted minis that Anthony has versus the one Jace has? That's a dilemma. Feel free,
Yeah, tell
chat,
us your
to
thoughts,
chime in.
Bernard.
Don't even listen to just what Bernard says. Feel free to insert thoughts for Bernard in chat. It's fine. All right, looks like Anthony is making some early moves here. I'm going to go to the action cam because we can kind of see a little bit where Anthony's going. Oh, I'm pulling a supply. All right, here we go. I'm going to do all the supplies directly on camera here tonight. So, all right, here we go. First pull for Anthony is arc welder. I'm doing it live, Anthony, so you can't even think I'm cheating. Next one, field scanner. All right, field scanner it is. I told Anthony my first pull for him was going to be double arc welder here tonight. So, all right. Hey, Aaron, got Grogu assembled. Needed to take a break after that. Absolutely, my friend. You
it's
deserve
hard
it.
work,
You deserve
especially
it.
if you've got the promo one. That's like
Yeah,
there's
there we go. Thank
3
you.
different
Core.
models that you got to put together. That's a lot. That's that's like 3 different models. Like what's that? 3 different movements.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. Just heard a first player complaint tonight. Too many camera angles. Not sure which one they need to flash their tokens to. Wow. Yeah. As we improve, we also add more and more player complaints. So, yeah, I had them doing calisthenics before the game tonight too, so they didn't pull a hammy while we're on screen here. We can't have players dropping out. So, good
Yeah,
evening, Chronic Canuck.
don't get them too don't get them too used to things like that. They might start asking for a massage.
Oh yeah, for sure. Eh? Yeah, and they'll start
Yeah.
trying to
Oh
renegotiate their
yeah.
contracts and all the things.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. All right, so we got a rebel binoc unit here going. Took a spotter action, issuing to IG, and then looks like we're just going to do a little bit of a move and tuck here. I'll just stay in the overhead for now, just so we can get a sense of how the game's unfolding, and then we can jump into some of that. We're nearly hitting 30 folks tonight, so welcome. Good little Friday Night Fight crew, Friday night game out here. So, like I said, folks, if you haven't got into the league yet, Anthony pulling special forces there. Remember, 3 days left to sign up for the league and get your lists in. Looking forward to starting that or season 2, round 1. But we also have the finals of season 1 happening tomorrow at 8 CST. Does he think they'll? Who does he think will win tomorrow for the finals? Well, he was cheering for me, but I guess he has 2 other default selections in both Debaticus and Jake. So, Bryant, that question's for you, my friend.
Sorry, beg your pardon. I was answering something.
Oh, who's winning the
Go
season
go
1
back
final
through it.
tomorrow?
Sorry. So who's winning the season 1 final?
Yes.
Because we were talking about league, I was like, well, I'm not involved in this because I haven't, because I'm too far out in the time zones. I honestly don't know.
It's Empire versus Empire.
I reckon Empire.
Yeah, I mean, good choice there.
Just to throw it out there.
Very astute. Yeah, very astute. Yeah. We got a double bounty versus a Vader. So there's they're fairly evenly matched in a bunch of other things. Iden double bounty, Vader IRG, a few more heavy weapons on the one side, a few more characters and specialized cards on the other. Although Vader's not to be ruled out, he's got quite a card selection himself. Jake was number 3 with an asterisk, and Debaticus was number 2.
You looked at me like, what's wrong now?
Looks like we're... Anthony, what did you choose to operate there? Strike team? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. I just didn't know if that token was sitting out there and was models I couldn't see, or... Okay. Let me just jump. I'll jump to the action cam here. Oh, action cam. I meant action cam. There we go. That's probably not going to help us out. Let me go far side cam. There we go. That's probably better. I just see Anthony flashing the jersey there, and I saw the Gamers Grass logo. I just got a box from Gamers Grass yesterday of 51 packs of Tufts for a project that I'm setting into. So that is a lot of grass Tufts if you guys are not familiar. So Brett Roberts, howdy. Welcome to Friday Night Fights. Welcome. 50
that's
packs.
Covering a lot of...
yeah, exactly.
Covering a lot of grass.
No need for flock when you can just tough the entire board. So, yeah. It's kind of the intent. So, well, it's good. I'm glad, Jake. Hopefully that color matched when you told me what you were, Jake, a winner of a set of grass tufts. I sort of picked a color that I'm hoping matched his theme and added a little bit of 3-dimension to the bases. So I gave him a pack of the brown alien tufts because he had kind of a darkened theme. So. All right, looks like Anthony's just gonna go.
Anthony measuring out there.
I think he's got a strike
5,
team.
so
Strike team 2. I think. I'm not sure. IG. I think IG's sitting there as well. Not sure if he's going to
IG or is he going IG or Pikes?
to Pikes. To Pikes. Oh, Rebel. Oh, okay. So there's a. So it's just measuring in behind there. So yeah. Who do you have? Oh. I care nothing about baseball, Ryan. Baseball's dead to me. When the Jays go out, baseball's done. Moving on. Hockey season. Yeah, dead to me. All right. Awesome. 7 cameras, and Jace missed all of them, but it was a core pull there. Hey, we're holding up the league, Ryan, so don't even worry about that. Somebody's got to hold up the league. All right, so he's got a corporal here. Oh, hey, there we go. See,
Oh,
Travis?
nice.
I appreciate
Nice,
this for
Travis.
multiple reasons here. So send Travis's son a little terrain care package, and he got him on a school project. So one, winning on the terrain side. Two, getting A's in school, which of course is near and dear to my heart, being school principal. And three, I just appreciate we got a new generation of terrain makers in the works here. So good on all fronts. And and I dare somebody to spin that around to make that some sort of bullying reference. I dare you. I literally dare you right now.
Well, isn't that bullying right
Yeah,
there?
that's precisely where I was going with that, Brian. You are astute, my friend. You are astute. Yeah. Box pull. All right, here we go. I'm going to the camera. I got to do this on here. Boom. First one is holo projector, or you're probably gonna take this. I can't pull. I can't pull anything better than that. Oh, in fact, I cannot because I pulled two holo projectors. I 100. Okay. Second complaint. Did you shuffle these? Shuffling again. Just
Come
Brian.
on,
The
Jace,
abuse
just
that
take
I
the holo
put
projector.
the abuse that I put up with in this studio is beyond. Is absolutely beyond.
That's it. You let someone into your home and they treat you like that.
Yeah, I let this guy use my bathroom. His coffee was black and was supposed to have cream and sugar. I gave him cream and sugar. I'll charge him later, but I gave him cream and sugar. Core pull here. There we go. Boom. That was sorry. That was Jace was pulling the holo projector there on the activation. That was actually Jace complaining there, not Anthony. So yeah.
Someone other than me complained. I honestly would have been fine with low profile there too. Like just anything that wasn't another.
Well,
These guys.
control the kids in your house.
I know,
Sure.
seriously. Yeah. I'm doing my very best. Yeah, and I thought the 3-year-old already went to bed, but apparently not. All right, Corporal. All right, looks like Anthony's put that down beside a pike unit there. Anthony's pikes, if you guys are just joining us now, because there is several dozen people here. We have Anthony with the Veers Boba Boss. He's got 2 pikes, both with disruptors and the capos, 2 T-21 storms, a Delmico storm, and 2 strike teams. On Jace's side, he's got the officer, the capo. He's got Din, IG, 2 rebels with the DLT captain, situational awareness, two pike syndicate with the disruptor. Then he has a rebel trooper and 2 strike teams. Anthony pull. All right, Anthony pull happening right now. It's this. Which is a camouflage or arc welder. All right, there we go. All right, so arc going back in. A little shuffle here. So let me get both arc welders to the top here real quick for Jace. Okay. All right. As much as I can do to throw these guys, put these guys on tilt here, so. Jason's got the unfair advantage that he always has Bernard backing him. So command token. So he's going to go Pike Capo here. Again, playing payload. If you guys are just joining us now, I'll throw that up as well. It is turn 1. I didn't put the clock on these guys, which I probably should have. Let me throw that in there now. Boom. I'll run the clock, and I'll just leave it at that. I don't care too much about that. So we're only a little ways into turn 1 here anyway, so they couldn't have used that much time. All right. I'm not sure what he's going to do with the capo here. Capo does have aid, so sometimes you want to have him kind of straddling the pikes. Of course, he's got to have line of sight as well, and he doesn't want to bring anybody up for bounty. Presumably, both of his commanders have bounties. I'm not sure if Anthony went on either one of the operatives. Let me ask that. I didn't ask before. Anthony, what do you have for bounties? Oh, so it is Capo and IG, and you went Bosk and Veers. Okay, so Bosk, Veers on Veers. Okay, so IG's got Pierce on Veers. On everybody because the programming. That's correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's got Pierce 1, range 4. PS1 range 4 gunslinger and
Yep.
PS2 range 3 gunslinger is just crazy.
Yeah. Okay, pulling a box. Going back here. This is Anthony's box. All right, Anthony for another one. He gets a Bacta and holo projector.
Arc welder.
Bacta. There it is. All right. It's looking even better for Jace to get 2 arc welders. All right. Love it. Good crowd tonight. Real big crowd tonight. It's fantastic. Welcome, folks. All kinds of action. We are fighting on the
supplies.
Yeah, fighting on the junkyard here. So lots of terrain, lots of intentional, of course. We wanted to have as much sort of debris and things on the table as possible here to really make it, really no complaints about heavy cover for one thing, but also to make it interesting, lots to move around. And I'm glad they went payload on this because I think that's just going to make the routes for the movement of troops to be maybe a little less linear. So they'll have to move in and around and maybe be slowed down by some things. So Jace grabbed the holo projector for his one pull that I pulled both holo projectors. So. All right, Anthony trying to line up a shot here. I'm not exactly sure what he's looking for. Let me go to the far side cam so you can see Anthony's head laying on the table. There we go. Nice deep cut studio sleeve in shot there. So, all right. Jace, what unit did you give your holo projector to? It's on the pikes. All right. So it looks like we have a little bit of a Pierce shot there. All right. Another rebel down. Yeah, but you both have 2, so.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, exactly. Eh? Hey, that's no fair. I don't have more snipers than you. All right. So Jace with the special forces pull there, pulled a sniper to answer a sniper.
Yeah,
looking
feels
to,
like games of old. We used to have
Yep.
3 snipers, and
Exactly.
guy that was going to win was whoever took out the other person's snipers first.
Yeah, no longer a game within a game. That generally speaking, it is still quite possible, but I think snipers are going to find their way back with the amount of pikes that we do have on. All right, I got to do another box pull here. Guys are keeping me super busy. Box pull. All right, you get targeting rangefinder or field scanner. All right, there you go. All right, reshuffling. Not typical Friday night fight style here where we're going lots of boxes early. If I was playing, I'd just forget they're even there. I mean, that's really good for that marksman. Super improved that guy's ability to shoot. Yep. Just crack the book. Welcome to the book of snipering. Yeah, still reading. Chapter 1. All right, Anthony with the command pull there. So we do have Veers, and I'll just jump over the list here real quick if you guys are just following along. So Veers got Underworld and Vigilance, so no Electro or anything like that on Veers, so he's not going to have any boost to the spotter, but he'll still be of value, both with the Inspire ability and if Anthony's decided to take any Veers cards, there are some options there as well. All right, so still going to be able to get those 2 aims, which is still quite good for Veers. He doesn't have a whole heck of a lot to do here. He'll be pushing and probably helping out the first couple turns and then probably making sure he doesn't get bountied after that.
How do you go? What's the judgment on that big long pipe terrain piece as far as line of sight and going and cover?
Yeah. So it'll be heavy cover for everybody because it is quite tall. They'll all be able to move over. It's just difficult. And it does run the length of the table. So I just sort of did an offset, but both players will at one point need to cross that with, or if they do cross that with the unit, they will be slowed or they're jumping over it. So we have
and how
two.
about if they're touching, like if they're touching it as far as
Yep.
firing,
So if
so they're just going to ignore
yep,
it, or
if they're
or
touching,
are they
they can.
going to
Yep. No, if they're touching that, they will
that
ignore that like any other piece. Yep. Special forces pull there by
that
Jace.
So that's a decent advantage at this point of time to Anthony, isn't it? With
Yeah, I mean
and
he does
just
have
until
to.
like there's lots of cover there
Yeah,
around, but yes,
there is a ton. Jace obviously has to push his cart further, but both players I think have the ability to reach. So, um,
yep,
and once Anthony does cross though the pipe, I think that depending on where Jace gets to, he might be able to have a nice angles to. And I think that's what he's trying to do here is just sort of create a little bit of wedge. So you see Anthony went a little bit more congested for the push. He's got a little bit of units north side on that down lat, but Jace's went a
yep,
little bit
yep.
wider, and he might try to push his a little bit from more of a distance, where Anthony might have to be a little bit more consolidated on his cart. So
So Jace going with another set of snipers. Did he just? What did he plug?
Yeah, Bernard with a lead question. If you take Blizzard Force, Snow Troopers, so just a reminder, Bernard, there is no bans for any corps, so it'll just be Special Forces operatives. Then we'll go, sorry, Commander operatives, and then we skip corps. So there's never going to be a corps ban, so you will not lose. You will not lose the ability to take Snow Troopers. So no corps bans. All right, Anthony. Looks like he's going to do a Boba Fett jump here. Got an operative. Boom. All right. So in the little pull box here, I've already shuffled. Let me jump in the booth. You get arc welder or grappling harpoon. Neither great pull for scale. Right. Perfect. All right. Arc welder back in. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Nobody seems to want the arc welders. All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I actually would have preferred an arc welder over the double hollow projector.
Oh, geez, cry me another river. Make a donation.
So here's $5 a repull.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, just thank you. Love it. I love it. Yeah, all good, Bernard. We got you covered there. So, just cycling through here until I can get to the whatever I feel is going to show me the most. They're so widespread here, and there's like a lot happening all over. So I think this is still the better angle right now. So. No, I didn't say that, Jake. I just said make a donation. It had nothing to do with getting anything better. I just felt that was a nice retort to Jace. So, yeah.
Are those crates there? Do they have holes in the side like they do? Can you see through them at all, or is
Are
it?
you let me just let me jump down to action cam here. If you're referring to kind of the TIE fighter fuselages there, then yes.
So in that in that camera angle at the back, little crates at the back, in the middle of the screen.
Yep. So the ones that
So
are
you
in
can
the very
you can
snack
sort of
the green, orange, and blue, those ones. Or
no, the Anthony's got his hand over one of them at
oh
the
yeah,
moment.
yeah. So
The
they do
bigger.
the issue being at the angle like coming towards you and I would be solid because the fuselage is not able to be seen through. But if you were to go through the opposite angle, kind of the west to east or east to west, you definitely would be able to see more through that. So
Yep.
yeah, but that angle there where Anthony's going, I think he's actually just going to bypass that crate entirely and shoot kind of on the far side of it. So
Yeah. Yep. Just seeing what cover wise Jace has got
yeah,
and Anthony, or
I
what they
think with
both
this,
have
yeah,
getting shot at.
he'll likely have heavy anyway because the actual payload's going to provide you heavy cover there. So,
Yep.
but yeah, he'll drop
But it's
that
not.
with
He's not blocked.
no, no.
Yep.
So some contemplation
I'm
here.
loving the terrain that's been supplied. It's looks like fantastic
Yeah.
ship junkyard, doesn't it?
Yeah, good time to drop those on there. So these are all the folks that are helping us out to make the show. So like I said, we owe them a debt of gratitude for sure, helping us out in one way or the other, whether it's terrain on the screen, mats on the screen, prizes for our giveaways, extra additional content, perks, little dice tools, or even just studio help from the terrain side of things, and the work that I do, kind of to help me offset some of the costs of making the productions here. So we want to thank all those folks. All right, so
What is
Boba.
the ship that's on the top right? The top right, see you've got.
Oh yeah, that's actually from Imperial Terrain. That's part of their Coaching Industries Kickstarter that we did the work for.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was
Yep.
the ship that we used in our little shipyard table. So fantastic piece, love it.
Nice.
Wanted to get that on the table because it really just screams kind of like half built and junkyard esque. So yeah, love the wrecks. Everything's kind of designed to be sort of grungy wreck and or cargo-y on the table. So no area terrain tonight, just as a change of pace. But wanted to get as many painted pieces out there from all the helps that we have, all the helpers that we have here in studio. So
Giving the
yeah,
giving the trees a rest.
exactly. So yeah. You guys can see that nice industrial table pop in there. So I can drop that other double sponsor list. There we go. All right, so Pike's in the back activating here. Jay's going to move those guys up. Double, looks like a double move there. All right, back to Anthony. Agreed. Yeah, tons of great 3D print files, from both companies for sure. If you want to go 3D prints and get them on your own printers, you got a ton of options from Imperial Terrain. If you want to go get printed and have them delivered, be either painted or unpainted, you got Legion Terrain. So no shortage of options out there. So, and I can't wait to showcase a few more. We got some more inbound prints happening, and then we got the Corvus Terrain coming in January. So look for that. I won't tell you what that table is going to look like, but we have 2 more tables inbound, and neither one of those is going to be anything like we have currently. So just more variety. So we just got to catch up on the painting. So. All right, so moving around the backside here, looks like Anthony's going to go with another Pike unit. It looks like he might be just doing a double move here as well. So players matching, players matching kind of not only activation for activation, but sort of similar actions as well. So imagine that with nearly similar armies. I think you're going to see some turns as we go through the game here, where it'll be a little bit more positional play, and then a little bit more shooty. Then you'll probably see a little bit more positional play, and then a bit more shooty. And then we'll see what we can get for the end. So core at the top here. I think this might be. Is this a captain unit, Jace? All right. Hasn't been shot at. Okay. All right. Double move and pull a box. Let me go back to the booth. Pull is going to be a field scanner or a camouflage. You want low profile, or would you like an additional dodge? All right. Field scanner it is. There we go. Camouflage back in the stack, and I'll give it a little shuffle.
And what unit did Jace pull that with?
He put it on his one of his rebel captain DLT squads at the top there, at the very very top.
Yep. So they got situational awareness
they have situational awareness as well as the ability for the dodge. Yep.
So it's definitely a good pick for them.
Yeah, with Nimble on board, always feels great. All right, so it's a core pull there for Anthony. Rally, do not rally. I think this was a Pike unit that was. Oh, it was Dell's unit. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, roger that. All right, this is Dell's unit here. I'll go and jump to the action cam. It would be a little hard to tell Anthony's storm units because they're all kind of clustered until they get a little bit further separated. But
Yes, 100%. That's why I was okay moving here once I got the suppression off.
single action, not going to hurt Anthony that much right now. But anytime you're trying to keep up with your cart and you lose the actions, that is that is
Definitely a hindrance, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and you gotta have to manage that as well, right? So, and it's a little hard to manage. This is one of the reasons why I think that having the demoralize keyword right now in the game is one of the best things I think to get around the pike. Dodge proliferation is going to be to mitigate the actions that they have. You can
Mm-hmm.
have all the dodges in the world, but if you cut their offense or their ability to be offensive and move, or both defensive and move, then you start to mitigate that. So I think suppression is king. Certainly, any units that you can take away any action is huge. So,
Yeah.
and
Yep. Agreed.
when you're playing a game where having two actions because you want to have reserve the right to have one of them as a potential move is real big. Um,
Yep.
and that comes to play in a lot of things like intercept and KP, in moisture vaps if you're able to threaten a vap. And I got that, Jace. Thank you. Yeah, anytime you can mitigate actions, it's huge, especially when
Yep.
when you can take offensive output off the table because the move is um, much more of a requirement. So,
Yep. Yep.
so command pull here. Not sure if I think Jace already went with officer, so I think, or he went with capo. Sorry, I meant so. This will be officer here. Inspire and then a take cover, and looks like he's going to do a move as well, just to tuck up there. Awesome. All right, Bernard took the thumbs down away eventually. That was thankful. It's good. So I like the play by Jace there, so it's good. I haven't seen Tom. Has Tom Walker been checking in here? Because I'm wondering how the popcorn's going. Tom's staying up till 3 a.m. with the popcorn in hand. That is what he had said in the Discord. So I hope he's still awake because we want to keep him entertained here.
Yeah. I haven't seen Tom in this evening.
All right. Looks like we got another double move Stormtrooper unit here. I think that was a double move. Yep. All right. So Anthony continuing to press up the table here. Just a reminder about the activation count for people joining us. That is not the right. Let me hide. Oops, not hide that one. Let me hide that one and let me drop the appropriate. They don't have 4 activations each. That was last week's one. I missed a drop. I have it here. I just need to find it real quick. Maybe this one will apply. Hey, there we go. Yeah, so Anthony at 10 activations, 800 points. Jace at 11 activations and 800 points. So command cards played first round. You'll see I have none up here. That's because both players had played standing orders. And if you are just joining us, we are 2 hours, 10 minutes remaining. Turn 1, payload supply drop. We got a ton of supplies pulled already. And the deployment for both players was rollout. So if you're curious how they are that far up the table, that is why rollout for payload is not a bad deployment. I think it gives you a pretty good neutral deployment position for your cart where you don't feel too bad. It feels like one of those ones that's actually obtainable to get the touch. So
Yep. It's still far enough away that it creates an interesting game as well. It's not
yep.
super close like advanced positions um, and so forth. So or danger up close
Yep.
where where it just the objective doesn't really matter too much.
All right. Looks like we had a Din move up here.
I spend one for long shot. I'll spend the other one for lethal, and we just killed them.
Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
it's popping one out for Pierce.
Yep. Jace, did you jetpack from somewhere? Okay, yeah, gotcha.
I jetpack. I also need to pull the box.
Okay, yep. Roger that. Okay, I just missed the initial move there. So all right.
Jetpacked. I went in for tactical.
Yep.
Spent the aim to long shot for
Yep.
the one guy in the unit I could see.
Roger that.
Pulled crit and spent the other aim
For
lethal
for lethal for Pierce. Yep. All right. Jace pulled rangefinder or arc welder
So that's repair IG or what's the range?
or marksman.
Marksman.
So now I pull the arc welder, and now he has a decision to make. Whatever he picks, I'll be the one. I shouldn't have pulled both of these together. You just wait for it. It's coming.
Here's the tough part. So IG's a
It's coming.
target, so repairing him, really nice. Marksman is really nice, but I already want it for long shot and lethal re-rolls, right? Like that's a fourth thing I needed an aim token for. I'm gonna take the arc welder.
Okay.
That's the
My bad. There you go.
I was like,
I wasn't looking at the cards. Just trying to get him to take the arc welder, apparently. So subconsciously. So, and I'm not sure if you caught that, Brian, but Jace is now a little bit remiss that he can't get 4 aims on Din because then he could have used all the things. So yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's well. Shame on you.
I guess it's on me. I guess he should have taken
That's
more electro binoculars. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yep. Awesome. I can't wait till I get to play so I can just complain the entire time. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll sit there casting and I'll say, "Not my house, not my problem."
Yeah. Anthony and Jace are both going to cast me playing just against myself. Yeah.
When I come up for a side trip, when I come over for
yeah.
I guess well, I guess if I'm playing Adepticon, then if we're going to end up coming to Adepticon instead of LBO, we'll see.
Yeah.
Two more weeks and we'll find out whether that's a probability or a possibility.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they can stream us.
Robert saying targeting scope seems an odd choice on Din given the quality of his dice, I think. So he did go with, I believe he did go with the arc welder there, but yeah, I agree. But it's that time when you don't miss. Like speaking of not missing, Anthony was had a big rollout there. All right, so Din taking that. Din's got to roll 3 saves. Jace looking to. Yeah, impervious.
You are correct. I'm not immune to impervious. Give me block.
There we go. Yeah, fair enough.
Fairly average.
Yeah, so it was a big boss shot in there, but Jace will probably take that trade all day. Yeah, you are Courage 3 for sure.
Did he
all right.
So he took 1 away for a dodge and 1 away for, was it the, do you have light cover?
I think he had, do you have heavy cover there or light cover? He had heavy, yeah. But only one, yeah. Yeah, 2 crits, and yeah, it was the crits and the surges, so the surge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So he did have heavy, but he only took 1 away because of that, so. Yeah, we got the dodge, yeah. So Anthony, I believe, is out, and Jay should have 2 to go here. Yeah, the unit of core that I think he lost 2 bodies out of, I think. Yeah, so, all right, so Jace has got, let me jump down here, just see what Jace is having a look at. Yeah, he's got other ways to get aims as well, but I think he's just thinking en masse, and what he can do per turn is not generate enough aims to trigger all the things. But having an extra wound on IG feels quite good, so he's got that in the bank right now. There's still an arc welder as well in the pile, I believe. So, so if he could get both of those and have 2 extra wounds for IG, I think he's feeling real good about that. All right, so moving there, again, you can move through the cart. So Jace looks like he's lining up a shot. Not exactly sure what he's trying to see, but all right, so he's...
So for everyone at home, what's your pick of the bounty hunters here? Who's
yeah, for sure. Yeah, give us that.
Favorite out of the 4 that are playing?
I can shoot you twice at range 4 with IG 11. That's why I like him over 8. I do really like 88. That's his thing over 88.
I don't know. Ryan told me IG 11 sucks, so I'm just going with that. So.
Well.
All right, so Del Squad
taking Ryan's advice now, aren't we?
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So no
3 natty
cover.
crits, is that?
Yeah, so no cover.
Phew.
Yeah, he does have Pierce on that, I believe. So he will get the 2 there, but that was not bad. Jim Schaefer coming in with Boba Fett is king. So not to be disputed.
Now into the other unit. That's 2. I will spend my first aim. Spend my second aim. Oh, I saw the surge.
All right, so
So 1.
just be 1 with a Pierce.
This unit right there in the front.
All right, so we have got bodies removed there, and that should be players sweeping.
Yes.
All right.
No, I still have
Oh,
one more
sorry, Jace still has one more because he has two active. He's got the active and 1 second. So
If it rallies. It does
all right.
not, so it won't get a shot.
Does not rally, so similar boat as Anthony there with one of his units. Jace will just be looking at not having a range shot there. Lost a couple models, so had to. I think he actually backed that up by 1 with a replacement. Yeah. Yeah, so Jace just unfortunately lost the range there, but he will shift up. We will watch players move their carts, though. Again, they get a free pivot and then the move off that. Anthony is going to, Jace, just point out again, just in case people are just joining us now, you're going to this. Yep. And Anthony's going to the wing of that. So there we go. All right, we'll jump back in the booth so you guys can see some friendly faces in the form of myself and Bryant, mostly Bryant because he's Australian and they're friendly. But Bryant, what do you think? Turn 1. What did you think about the play?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a lot of sort of positioning. I was expecting something a little bit harder and faster, but they're slowly plinking away, taking a couple of chip shots here and there.
Right.
Yeah, I think they're just positioning so they can get their carts in the right spot and make sure that they're ready for the carts. But I think they're close enough now that we're going to see a lot more firing. So
Yeah.
I think round 2 we'll see a lot more wounds, a lot more shots taken.
I think there's enough Pierce out there and enough sort of like either sharpshooter or mitigation using either extra ranges or marksmans that I know there's going to be a lot of dodges out there, but I still think we're going to have some bodies drop. So there is some, they're almost offsetting their defensive mechanics, to be perfectly honest. So I think those dodges will come into play. If they get in tight and they end up having to get into some sort of melees and morasses. But I think right now they're probably going to be content to trade some spots. But somebody is ultimately going to have to make a little bit of a cart push, probably around 3 and 4. That's when you start getting into danger zone and crossing over the line. So we'll see how that goes. Not a lot of character killing or even damage really sorted out there. A few bodies traded.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more chip shots.
Yeah.
Especially IG and his gunslinger. If he gets into range 3, there's two pierce shot, two pierce 2 shots coming along, as well as both the teams of snipers. I think I think we're going to see
Anthony
a
took
little
some
bit
more
more shooting, but still going to be plink shots.
Yeah, you got red dice saves on one side and you got white on the other. So Anthony definitely lost a few more bodies, but like I said, not much in terms of the character damage. And then certainly got a couple bounty points. There's almost enough bounty points on the table for either player to offset the cart entirely. So there's 1 to 2, there's a lot of extra points available in this game, so I'm looking forward to that. So players are still deciding on their cards, so I'm just waiting on that. So we'll give again a shout out to Aaron coming in with the donation tonight. I appreciate the donation of the credits. Thank you very much, sir. I'll add that to the list, and you'll see that appear on the Tuesday stream. But I'll jump over here. We're going to add Aaron on to the wall. That means he's actually in for those extra couple giveaways via the holiday specials. So again, if you guys are tuning in now for the first time and just found us or will find us in the future, be sure to be here on December 30th because the list of things on this wall, which will grow before then, will be all given away. You are here. You got a great chance of winning something, and we got a boatload of giveaways for you. So I got Jace's card
And if we're
there.
doing the maths,
Yeah.
doing the maths from last year, if we averaged about 100 viewers pretty consistently throughout
Yeah.
our Christmas special,
Yep.
and by the time we come up to our Christmas special, you're going to be having a 1 in 2 chance
Yeah.
of winning something,
Basically.
and winning something decent.
Yeah, there's like $200 prizes here. Like if I'm using Canadian
Yeah,
dollars, like there's like
yeah.
4 nearly $200 prizes. So awesome! I got the card from Anthony. I got the time running, so I'm going to jump into this. We are rolling into turn 2. Before we get there, we'll thank 2 of our other sponsors. Give them a shout out. You see them on screen, but Gamers Grass, like I said, these folks are really good to me in the studio, so I always give them a shout out. Been helping me for a long time. If you're looking for tufts, I've used a lot in my career of terrain making. They make the most consistently produced ones in terms of both color and quality. So go check them out. Like I said, the ones I got today or yesterday was an order that I placed, and it's fantastic. So also want to shout out to legionterrain.com. They have many of the painted wrecks that are on the table tonight were generously donated by them. What you see on the table is exactly what you get if you were to order. So go check them out, legionterrain.com. All right, command cards are given to me. This is what we're doing right now. I think Jace played. I think he played I Like Those Odds. No, is that what he played? Yeah, okay, I thought so. Yeah, I was trying to use my memory. And Anthony on the other side, he played Coordinated Fire. So, right. Anthony, that's correct, eh? So you're playing? Yeah. All right. So Jace will win the pip there. Coordinated fire, you guys have seen that, but I'll read it just in case you haven't. After a friendly core unit performs a range attack, if it spent 1 or more aim tokens, and you can just say I spend them, whether you have to actually modify any dice or not. And then you can give that aim token up to a unit at friendly unit, I should say, at range 1 to 2. We got Dins on the other hand here. I like those odds. Din Djarin gains 1 aim token. After Jin performs an attack action, he may perform an additional attack against a different unit, which is fantastic for Jace here. So I'm just going to go boom, 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 hit that, and we'll jump over here just in case you're wondering about Din's kit. He has up close and personal, which means after he performs the range attack, he's going to be getting himself a dodge token as well. He's got scopes for the rerolls, which makes aims fantastic. And if that's not enough, those situational awareness dodges triggered off up close and personal will come in handy for some of those crits coming in as well. So there we go. Jace does have priority this round, which means he will, okay, fair enough, be going not 2 after Anthony. And if he gets one off the table, though, that will change up the activations for sure. Jace did pull an operative and gets to go. Yeah, double gunslinger. You are correct here, Sean Death. He's going to get gunslinger off Din and IG. So as I said, we saw a little bit of a push or advancement play, and then I think we're going to see a turn of a bunch of shooting and probably rinse and repeat as we go through the 6 turns. All right. So sorry, what was that, Jace?
AI attack.
AI attack. Roger that.
Because I don't have to aim and attack and stand there.
Yep.
I don't like that thought, so I'm going to AI attack and then I can.
Okay, roger that. Who are you going into?
Same 2 units.
Same 2 units. Okay.
Dell's
Okay.
unit first.
All right. Dell unit first.
Pierce 1.
Does have the Pierce. Dell there. Is Dell the last guy left, or is it Dell and Leader?
There's Dell and the leader.
Dell Leader, and Dell's now down a wound. And is the other unit at 2 as well?
The other unit is at 3 left.
Okay, so there's a unit of 2 and a unit of 3 there. And that's just going to be a suppression there. So, all right, so that was the gunslinger. That was the AI attack. And now we're going to see a move here by IG. He's going to move up, and Sean's going to need to do some work. All right, here we go. You said box chase?
Yes.
All right, box is Arc Welder, which he's probably just going to straight take. And the other one is Hollow Protector.
Yeah, we're taking.
All right, so he did manage to get both Arc Welders. Yeah.
So I can double repair IG now.
Yeah. Anthony's going to blame me, but he did have an opportunity to take that earlier, chose not to, and so there's that. You're welcome, Brian, that I am your shield tonight, by the way. So, oh, nobody blames the Australian. No, he can do no wrong.
No. No.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
See, I'm in the future. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, exactly. He already knew this was going to be a problem, so that's okay. Yep.
Just going back up through while Anthony's measuring out there, going back up through chat, we've got Jake Witt. Where was it?
Is currently his favorite, being Boba, that one.
Yep, that's it. Yep, Bob is currently favourite. We've got Robert Anderson, who's a local over here in Oz.
Oh, nice.
Hasn't managed to have a game with Din. You can come face me, Rob. I'll give you a game against Din. And but just stop taking OP Luke. He's he's the local OP Luke
Okay, fair enough.
player. So, yeah.
So is that OP
Yep.
Luke or Luke OP? What is it?
He's sorry, operative. Yeah, he's OP with Luke,
Yeah.
and operative Luke. He's the local operative Luke shenanigans player, and probably one of our best local painters as well.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
He's the guy to take on if you're trying to go for a painting prize. Welcome, Shadow Scout.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thanks for making it.
Jake's saying, I have a newborn. My wife told me we will see if I'll be watching. I'm not sure what's that in reference to, but
that was the Christmas special. Whether he's going to be watching the Christmas special.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just tell her you got a chance, Jake. You tell her you got a chance to win some prizes.
Yeah, just say, oh, it's all right. I'll look after. I'll look after her. We'll just nurse her while you're watching. It's nice, comfy.
Is that a box pull? Okay, box pull here for Anthony. First up, holo projector. Second up, precision scopes. Holo projector. I think you guys left all the holo projectors in here. So
no, I have one.
Okay, well then it's coming up. Precision scopes while performing a ranged attack, you can roll. You gain a name. Yep, it's tappable. Projector back in. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. We are down to 6 cards in the deck. Greg, that actually doesn't work here because this is YouTube, but I'll do you one better. I will show you both lists at the same time. And welcome, Greg. So we got Anthony on one side. There's no activations down at this point, but Anthony has a few of his storms beat up pretty badly.
Yep.
I'm only up there because I had to actually see that guy.
But there's your lists.
Dell on one.
Yeah.
Dell's on one wound and hanging on by a thread.
All right, just checking on this shot here. Looks like Anthony's moved up some pikes to the corner there where that box is. And looks like he's trying to take a shot, and I'm not sure if he's trying to line up IG or Din here. So,
what's your preference for targets? If you've got a target and you can target snipers, or you can target a regular group, regular troops.
mm-hmm.
What's your preference? For me, I like taking out an activation.
Activations as best I can, but the problem is with snipers with that low profile, you have to have a dice pool that you feel pretty confident that you're going to get over that cancellation of dice.
Yep.
Yeah. Tapping the upgrade here for 2 crits. This was into Din. Okay. Din with 2 blocks. Ooh.
Oh.
It does have coordinated fire up this round. Just a reminder there to folks on the command cards played. So he will be passing the aim over.
I had a game with Din the other day and found him very, very tanky, especially with his independent.
All right, core. Thanks.
He's one of those ones that he soaks up a heap of fire.
I can see it. And just gonna draw it, right? So that's one of the reasons that I try to avoid characters of any kind. I just feel artificially I'm just put in a position where I'm having to having to constantly rely on making those saves on characters because they're getting shot. So if you have other units, you can almost change the threat priority by your own movements and by your own success with them. So I try to bring in a unit, do some damage. Oh, you've picked on this unit. Now I'm going to bring that back to safety. You no longer get to focus that unit down. You can do that obviously with B1s. That's a great tactic there for sure. So.
Yep.
But these guys, they both got characters, so and they have to get return on investment of the characters. So there is going to be the inherent risk reward here on both sides. So, evening, Anthony, welcome. OS Dad checking in.
But that's not the terrain that's blocking you. It has to be the terrain piece that's blocking you. I can see you fully past that. I can't see you fully past that. So this is the part that I need to be center to center. Because this gun piece was blocking me. This is the piece of terrain that you have to worry about getting past.
Yeah, so players are trying to line up a shot here. I think this is.
Yes, you should. You should
I
have
think
it.
this is. I think this is Jace. Just hasn't moved yet, but he will be sliding out. So I just got in from HalCon tournament. Perfect. I think Anthony was playing, if I remember correctly, that was maybe where they were playing the dynamic exit scenario. How did it go for you today, Anthony? I think Anthony was going to be running a couple Shadow Collective lists, if I remember correctly, as well. So.
And how did you find the kit itself? Like, how did you find the game itself?
I mean, I thought it was all right. Jason Anthony played one on. Okay, that was an 800 point. He went 3-0. Well, congratulations, sir. Well done. Well done.
Nice.
I see Anthony's recovered. I put Anthony and we had to go into rehab for a couple weeks after the last game him and I played, but see he's made a full recovery. PTSD shaken off, and I went 3-0 today, so that's good. So. Yeah, box grab. All right,
He's
here we
taken on board lessons.
We have a holo projector. That's just coming off the top every single time, and a Bacta. Of course, holo projector back in again. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. What's that? Okay, never mind. Boom. Anthony's all better now. Excellent. So, yeah, that's good. All right, so Jace pulled Bacta, used Bacta, and Din is back up to full health. Bacta up the full health. There we go. Got that pun in. Look at me go. Yep. Yep. If you enjoyed the puns, you're welcome. Donations will generate more. If you didn't like the puns, generation of donations will stop those. So either way, you're good to go. Sup, nerds?
Yeah.
All right, Striker coming in. Awesome. Love that he drops the bully reference immediately upon entering. I was commenting earlier. Striker was playing a game. I felt his table was a little light for terrain, but told him to tune in later, and you could see what a table looks like. Obviously, this is intentionally made to be a junkyard, so we're going for uber terrain tonight. All right, so drops one of the rebels off that top rebel captain squad there. So. All right, so Anthony transferring yet another dodge there off coordinated fire, or another aim, I should say, of coordinated fire. It is 1-2, I believe. All right, so he's going to go up to Stormtroopers up front. Not a bad choice. If they don't shake off the suppression, they might not get the 2 actions. So does he get a commander pull here? He's got both the Rebel Officer and Capo options. So Officer is tucked up right by his hands there, and the Capo is a little bit further back, just on the bottom of the screen here.
The capo is the target, isn't it? Is the bounty target?
I believe he's on
Along
Capo
with
and
IG.
IG. I think Capo and IG.
Yep.
And then on the
Capo and
other
IG,
side,
yep.
it is Bosk and Veers. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, so there's Veers there tucked right in beside Del Mico. Then you got Boba moving up the side here, and Bosk up on top of the pipes there. down that image a little bit there so it's not so spiky on your screens. Yeah, so Din taking a few shots, taking early shots in turn 1 and still managing to come through here with no damage yet. So thanks to the Bacta. Should update that.
Yeah, take a clear line of sight with this from full pace. That's not half of them though. Because I had 3 in the back, 3 in the front. So you've only got 50, which would be heavy.
There's how many?
6, because they got the heavy and captain.
Oh, there's 2 squads.
Yeah, there's 2 squads there. That's not all one in the back. That would have been heavy cover.
So where are they getting heavy cover from?
I think that was from the.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the guy who died was here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Which are the guys from the?
Is Jace counting that pipe as one piece, or is it
Um,
like the pipe and the crates as one
Yeah,
one
I'm
terrain
just
piece,
gonna.
or is it?
Jace, can you put down the stick so we can see what the line you're looking at?
But you wanted the unit in the open.
Yeah.
Okay. The red unit wasn't there though when you shot because they just went in. No, because you just went with them. Yeah. Shot.
All right, so they're just gonna switch what the target was. But can you guys put down the stick so we can see what line you guys are talking about?
So we're talking about this.
Okay, yeah.
This
So going
guy
through
in the
the.
middle to shoot here.
Yeah, going through the.
The back rank is all hidden by the pipe.
Okay.
The front rank he can see over it.
Yeah, so you guys are gonna treat the 290s as 2 different pieces then. Like.
Yeah, like each individual segment. Like
Oh, you guys are gonna do segments. Okay, cool. Okay,
Okay.
that's fair. No, that's
Rightio.
that's
Yep.
fair.
Cool.
Nope.
I'm over here and I'm gonna
Nope,
shoot
that's cool.
you
That's cool.
with
I
my
mean, that
shield.
is a Legion rule, so I'm okay with the terrain discussion, but that helps us as viewers. So they're just gonna do.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's about about 4 little buckles there to separate each piece. But I'm cool. I'm cool with that, and
Yep.
that's what players decided. I didn't ask them, but that explains how they got that. All good. They backed up.
Yeah.
Basically, they just basically switched targets there. So. In terms of who Anthony was confused as to which they were, he didn't ask, but they're all good now. So,
Yep.
all right, Din's got a
Yeah.
dodge
See,
token.
if players are having a discussion at the beginning, then it's their choice. If they're
Yeah, and if
in agreement, then,
they that was a clear decision there. I think it was more. It
Ooh.
wasn't a question about cover. It was a question about which one was he was shooting at. So and intended to get the one in the
Yep.
open versus the other one. So.
Yep.
All right, so no roll off there of suppression for Anthony. So that's another way too. Just to get rid of cover, you just move it out of the way, and it's
Yeah,
all
that's
good.
it.
Yeah,
Relocate it.
yeah. I know. It's one of my preferred tactics.
Didn't like your table setup, Sean.
No, exactly. Yeah,
Do it.
feel free to move
Do it
anything you
again.
guys want. Yep, exactly. What a what a cluster of a shot there. So how many overlays could we possibly get on the screen? So hey, we got to represent. So all right, 6 white dice coming in. Anthony was hoping for better. Scopes, that's not bad. Does convert over 1. Don't know if he's got any situationals or what happened there to trigger, so no dodges. Does manage to save though. Jace's dodges coming up good here. Red dice saves working.
Yep.
Again, great crowd tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. I'm sure you have lots of things you could be doing on your Friday, but we do appreciate if you guys put us on, even if we're in the background. We do like having a bit of an audience, so a good one tonight. All right, that concludes that.
I know I like to listen in the car on the way home from work.
Right.
For the podcast. Unfortunately, I don't time wise. It was for middle of the workday for me, but I usually catch the end of the way home.
That was a good. We had a really good show, good lengthy. It was a 2-hour episode, but it was a good chat. We had a nice little round table at the end of that one as well. So
Yes.
always fun. I feel a round table has just become a staple of entertainment. You can tune out. All the good advice stops right before then, and then it's questionable after that. So
that's right. I love the banter with Ryan. Ryan's great. Ryan's great value.
Yeah.
Don't
Added.
stop being you, Ryan.
Yep. All right, so Jace is got a sniper here.
Yeah, we'll go with yellow.
Although I
All
do
right.
disagree with IG11s, the view on IG11.
Aimed. Take a suppression.
All right, so he's just going to put a suppression onto Dell's squad from Yellow Sniper. All right, Anthony's up. See what Anthony pulls or manages to get here.
Did I put a dodge on here for the red unit? The officer put one in the red unit. Yeah. The red unit has binocs, not portable scanner. I can't put a second dodge there. I should have put one in last time. Because I've got 2 binocs and I've only got 1. I think 2 dodges.
Quick, pull the ref.
Yep, these guys. What'd you pull there, Anthony?
Loosey goosey.
What did Anthony pull there, Jace?
Operative.
Okay.
So it's Boba or Bosk.
Op. All right, so again, Bosk just right there at the table edge, right where that core tokens face up. And then we got Bosk up top of the pipes here. Nice perchy position. He's got options to rain down some damage.
7 left because I've gone. Sniper.
Not a lot of activations off the table here. So just lengthy early. Yeah. No. Oh, absolutely. No, I agree. I knew it, that's why I said pre-game. I said I don't think you guys are going to remove as many bodies as one might think, even though you got big pools. So because you guys got defensive tokens and cover and not a lot of like shoot forward melee threats here. So they got kind of like mid-ranged, really good shooters, but not a lot of. Yeah. But that's good. I'm all for payload games. I've seen quite a few in the last little bit here, so it's my favorite mission. So I always enjoy good payload. Looks like Anthony's trying to line up a Bosk shot here. Let me go from the far side edge here. You can kind of see where Bosk is there on the pipes, and he's trying to get in right behind that cart. IG's a little bit more tucked in than Din. Din's obviously a little bit more exposed, likely still in heavy cover, but and obviously tokened up there with the dodge. So
I guess he is just going to aim shoot.
all right, aim
I like
shooting.
this too. That
All right, so aim shot coming in the Din here.
mm-hmm.
All right, so 1 red, 4 white. Search crit on this. So it looks like he's got 1 crit for sure. He's got scopes, I believe. That's 2 crits. All right, dodge for the situational awareness.
He's got Pierce 1 and I've got Impervious.
Oh, you have impervious. Okay, I was going to say what's the second one there, but yeah, it's impervious, right?
Running hot with dice, Din dice.
Yep.
I removed 1 from Spire with the officer.
Yep.
And some suppressive, so.
Yeah.
How many suppressions has Din got on him now?
I think Din has 2 on him currently. 2 suppression.
3.
Oh, 3?
3.
Oh,
3.
we just could. Yeah.
Yep.
I started the turn with 1.
I shot him 2.
Nope, they couldn't see.
So yeah, should have 4 now, shouldn't he?
He shot IG. No.
Oh,
He
shot
inspired.
IG.
He inspired one off of the with the officer. Yeah. All right. So commander pull. That'll be his capo because officer's already gone. Does not rally. Looking to see what he's going to do. I'm not sure if his. All right, so he will take a second suppression from the aid. Yeah, so he can do that. You can see them under the wing. I'll go to the far side there so you guys can see what's happening back there. So capo here at the very, very bottom, right by, and then aiding onto the pikes that are by the Friday Night Fights logo at the bottom.
Yep.
We'll take a second suppression there, so did not shake off one, so the capo will be on 2. And then he's going to electro Jace, was that onto a separate pike unit? Okay. Okay, so you gave them 2 aims? Okay, roger that. Okay. All right, so that pike unit there at the back with 2 dodges and 2 aims. So, all right, and back-to-back operative pulls here by Anthony. No ability to do anything about that. No improv or anything like that. So Anthony probably not super happy with having to go Boba and Boss back-to-back here.
No,
But still in a great position. He's still well in hand to push his cart. So this will be more of needing to probably somewhat positional here because Jace still has options to go with some pike units at the back here, so doesn't want to get overly exposed here.
Yep.
I'll go far side here. You can kind of see what he's looking at. That is strike team at the back there.
Yes, sorry, I meant for the range 2.
All right, great little shot of the Friday Night Fights logo there. Fantastic. We work hard here, Brian. We gotta give ourselves some plugs on occasion.
That's it. Anthony's not really going to take that shot. He's just
he's just down. He's just striking a poser, taking a knee just to get the more logo time. Appreciate that. He knows Jamie's watching
obliged.
at home. Jamie's watching at home, so Anthony wanted to get his face on screen there. So hopefully Jamie's still watching. So
just contractually obliged to,
yeah.
To get a couple of shots in there every now and then.
Yeah,
Studios, Friday Night Fights.
And due to Jace's age, we're not actually able to show him on camera. So.
I was gonna say, how old's Anthony? Is he right getting up or?
We're working on. We'll get some donations for some cushy floor pads. So.
Get those Gardner knee pads.
Yeah. That is a strike team eliminated there. All right, so that we get to go to the activation board, and Anthony with first blood there.
Off.
Yeah, so blue down a strike team. There we go. So now we're 10 act. They had not gone, so that is quite important there. So we will now go to a core pull there, and we'll likely see one of the 2 pikes and probably see some response here now to the Boba move. Yep, so moving back, basically taking the vacancy of the previously occupied position by strike teams, no longer there. God rest their souls. And now Jace moving up with the double dodge, double aimed pike shot here. So looking forward to 3 years from now when FNF will be PG-13. Fantastic, Sean. Well done, sir. Well done. You get on screen for this. Sean also supporter of the show here. He's came in with a couple donations, so he's definitely eligible for the giveaway, which is fantastic. All right, and it has a great name too. So, okay, big shot coming in here. Does have multiple aims.
Spend the first aim.
All right.
One for cover, one for dodge.
And we're gonna see
through.
5. Yeah. Prepared supply is going to take another one. Boom. This is why these big dice pools don't become so big after all the shenanigans. But Boba needing to make 4 here.
This was Boba?
Yep. 4.
Yep.
Boba only takes a wound, so Anthony's okay with that trade as well. That's very similar to the shots in the din. So both players doing very well with the red dice saves, which is, if you're going to see them balanced and they're both going to be good, I'm okay with that. If they're going to be really hot and really swingy on the other side, it never feels good. But I think Jace has the opportunity to maybe do something similar again here to Boba, though. So I do believe he has a pike unit there yet to go. I could be wrong on that. Jace, do you have the second pike unit to go?
I do.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
And they're in a position where they can just aim shoot.
Yeah. Yep. Shots there. All right, so this is, I think this is Veers. Veers likely doing the, the shenanigans with you get a name. Always great on coordinated fire as well to get those out. Anthony probably would have liked to see that a bit earlier. Could have had maybe a few more options, but he did pull back-to-back operatives, so that might not have helped it that much. And then it looks like Veers is going to do a little doopsie-doodle and up and over the pipes there. All right, so just going retroactively back to hit that inspire. No problem there. All right, Corporal. Getting a little lonely here with the no supply drops. I was in my groove there with the pulls. So
You got rid of the arc welders, so no one's
yeah, exactly. No, I'm dead to them now. Yes, basically all the Bactus and all the arc welders out. I have nothing more to offer. So
Yeah.
if nothing more to offer. Yeah.
So just looking at that, screen. Next next giveaway thing is probably gonna have to be a dice bag.
A dice bag, yeah. We could always do up some dice. We could always do up some dice bag swag for sure. Friday Night Fights dice bag. Let us know in chat what you guys think we should do for future swag items. Another shot here. I think he has an aim as an actual action there. So heavy cover. He doesn't have the prepared supplies. He doesn't have the additional dodge. So I think he's making 5 here.
5.
Yeah. Bobo only takes 1, so again, good. I mean, that's about right, I think. There, Jace would have obviously liked to see maybe 2 or 3 damage here, and Anthony would have liked to see, 2 or less. So I don't think either player should be disappointed. But FNF themed. Oh, jeez, Ultra Mentra.
Makeup set. Oh my god. Yeah, dice bag and tray. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can always talk to our friends over at Deep Cut Studios because they do up printed foldable dice trays. They have little buttons in the corner. You just you can lay them flat when you're traveling. You can pinch the corners, and you got a little portable dice tray. We always have a nice little Friday night fight look there. I have I should show you guys something here. I'll see if I can throw it up on screen. Dice bag. Okay, lots of calls for dice bags. Lots of calls for dice bags. Okay, I got it.
And if a dice bag, what sort of theme would you like? Would you like the red black Friday Night Fights logo? But what else would go with it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been sort of toying around with making up a little bit of a mat here for in studio doing some unboxing. So I should see if I can find.
I've been doing the same.
You have been. You stealing my ideas right now.
Doing the same.
Steal my ideas.
I've watched a few others and went, hang on.
Hang on now.
I've been using a dice tray with the Phoenix logo on it as a background. Why don't I have something?
Yeah.
Because you got to get the right colors so you can see sprues.
Yeah, you totally got to get the right colors for sure. Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that. No, I don't think that's it.
And there we go. Robert Anderson, OP Luke themed. Yeah.
Okay.
No, get away from here. No. Biased opinion. What do we got? Re-rolling.
All right, so shots coming into that north side rebel. I'm not sure if that was the previously shot one or the newly moved one, because the big one. Okay, yeah, because there's two side by side units there. So anime series FNF. All right. I mean, careful what you wish for. Do you really need to listen to more of us? I'm not sure that's required by anyone. So
I can adjust the Australian accent into a New Zealand accent and do the clones.
But we never have clones on screen because, well, clones.
Clones.
Yeah.
But they get all the love from ANG. What are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, they do. Love comes in various forms. We love
That's it.
Not to fix you. I'd have to. Oh, I do the guy's voice from Mace Windu. Is that what I sound like? Oh, all right. Well, fair enough. Who am I to argue with your interpretation of who I would be? I barely have a say in any of this, so yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. That's where I draw the line, though. Yeah. My ultimate favorite dodgeball line right there. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. All right. Well, Jace is trying to figure out what he wants to do and contemplating moves here. All right. So another shot coming into Boba. This will put third suppression on Boba. I believe this is from a beat up DLT Storm Trooper or Rebel Trooper, I should say. We'll just put that third suppression on Boba, which is a thing. You know, it's they start to take their toll. Just asked OS Dad. Yeah, that's how I ran his Boba off the table. Didn't like 10 suppression, it turns out, on start turn 2. So yeah, it's not good. Not good.
My opponent nearly made me jump Din off the table. I had to recover Din. Yeah, I had to recover Din twice. That's how many times he got shot at.
Jeez, that's back to my earlier point that these characters tend to draw a little fire. So,
yep.
All right, that was a sniper pull there for Anthony. If you guys didn't see that, he's got Anthony hoping to have Gunslinger on his strike team there. Have him go 2 times in a row. Making up all the rules here. So, all right. So I think he's got range there. Looks like he does. FNF themed HH12 Stormtrooper minis. Well, now we're getting into the niche of the niche markets, but may not be the most popular.
We're gonna have to. We give our faces sculpts to Corvus terrain.
Yeah.
See what they can do.
Yep.
Have a little Friday night fight themed little terrain piece.
Yeah. Can you capture the essence of Bryant in building form?
Yeah. No worries, bald head. Sweet, just take
it. It's just a toilet that has the water flowing backwards. I feel like that captures all of it. The smoothness of the porcelain, you know, the reversing of the water for the flavor of the culture. That's I associate with your country.
Things,
yeah, of all things.
All things you could have chosen. Toilet bowl going in the wrong direction.
I mean, it felt fair, but you know what? In fairness, though, I'll let chat capture the essence of all of us. So you got an opportunity, Jace, Anthony, myself. What building would we be if we were going to be one? So
I'd be, instead of on tauntauns, I'd be riding kangaroos. You see,
that is fair enough. You'd be tucked into the pocket. You're a small fellow, so
that's it.
little Joey Bryant. All right, another sniper picking up bodies. Yep, big unit, which is becoming smaller by the minute. Anthony, what do you have left for activations? 2 core? Okay. FNF t-shirts, hats, and hoodies when? I mean, we've done the jerseys. We could certainly do the t-shirts, no problem. I don't know about hats. Toques I would do. I can get back behind the toque, but a trucker hat, I don't know. Short shorts, maybe. That's been a...
I'm on board with Ultramantra on this one.
with the kangaroo tauntaun boomerang instead of a pistol, that one?
And Bluey with a shotgun as my offsider.
Okay.
All for that.
So Rebels rolling off suppression there. I think he had 2 on that unit, so looks like he's short of a shot there. So yeah, so it looks like he's going to have to make a move here. And that pike unit at the back has not gone. Okay. All right, so Jace making a move there. So he's up to the, that line there where, like I said, everybody's going to eventually have to cross that if they want to shift and push into that other side of the table. So I think Jace is making a move up behind that sort of that trawler up there, trying to get as much cover as possible. It is actually pretty tall, so he might actually be completely out. So I'm riding a moose. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, exactly. It's my preferred mount. Yeah, you know. Jay sitting on a chair with snacks all around. That's not wrong. That's not wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Half consumed bags of everything.
Yeah, I amended that.
Okay, standing on a
sitting
stool.
on a stair.
Gotcha. Yeah. Fair
That's it.
enough.
Yep.
Fantastic. Jace could be a mortar or an MK2. Oh, he's back to a unit now. Okay, fair enough. Jace is a mortar.
There you go.
Okay.
Jace standing on a stool for an FD cannon, so he can actually reach the controls.
Yeah.
With snacks all around on the.
Okay. Jace would be a Leia proxy, never taken and doesn't do much. Wow, deep cuts. Oh, wow. This is just getting spicy.
That's it.
But by that I mean keep them rolling, folks. These are also entertaining to Bryant and I, and I will keep reading them out for the boys that are playing an actual game of Legion here. All right, looks like Anthony is going to slide these pikes up and is looking for yet another shot. I think Jace has got a weakened Rebel Trooper unit there. And Din and IG, so they're all kind of tucked in there. So really 3 units there, not to be confused with one squad there. So I'm a miniature grilling at a cookout for an alternative universe themed release. Yeah, that would be definitely some sort of alternative theme for sure. The bullying Jace receives from all those who just don't believe he's a great legend status. Sad, very sad. Well, Bernard, we have to band together to counteract the positivity and good vibes you send Jace's way. So we're just trying to bring yin to your yang right here. So because too much positivity, we will not be able to even have him in the studio for that long. His head will explode. So speaking of exploding, here's a huge shot by the pikes here. Into Din. Is this into Din?
Black.
Jace to Din. Still waiting on confirmation here. Yeah, it is to Din. So, that is not a great rollout by Anthony there. Love to see that better. Yikes. Does have a surge. So it will be 2 there. Oh, okay. That's
that matches it out though.
Yeah. It's probably about where he should be at based on the number of shots as well. And that does even amount to, as you mentioned there, to so Din is all Jace has left here. He's going to roll off 1. So he is going to get a single action, unfortunately.
But he's got 2 attacks, doesn't he?
He does, but he doesn't really have much here in terms
line of sight.
Yeah. So he has an aim here. I think he can spend for long shot. Yeah, he's only got 1. Yeah,
I needed to get the aim from.
He got.
Card?
I think he got the aim off an Electro Binocular Squad. Oh, his command card. Oh no, off his command card itself. Yeah.
Command card. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so Jace had a little bit of a dilemma here. Does he take a shot of any kind here, or does he? Yeah, and what do you have left, Anthony? You have the Storm, the full one at the bottom there. Yeah. Okay. So Anthony got the one right by the logo there on the very south side of the table, and Jace trying to figure out where he can go. He's wanting to potentially get over that pipe on this one with the single move here, but cover is a bit of an issue here. So if he makes that move, so yeah, no back to left for Din here, but again, he's still got 3 wounds. Ability to be.
To be fair, Boba should be at a lot more wounds than Din.
Oh, that sucks.
Them both being at 2.
Well, both my pike shots went great.
Yes,
Like
that is fair.
I rolled terrible.
But like
You rolled
I rolled good
amazing.
offense dice. You've rolled good defense dice.
You foreboded good.
I did.
I did not.
So what's the thought
You're fucking
process
dice rolling
behind
poorly.
moving Din instead of firing with Din?
But then it just
With
sucks.
Is that
I
to set
think
up?
he's I think he's wanting to be positionally in play for cart again,
Yep.
I honestly
and
kind of have to stay where I am and just idle it.
mm,
There's nowhere else I can go without. I can't take an 8 white dice with no dodge after just playing without that weapon.
so I'm just gonna type in. I'm just gonna type you. Oh, sorry. I was getting feedback on the last little bit. Did that go away, Bryant? That feedback?
Oh yes, that was ages ago. That
Oh,
was.
okay, sorry, I just saw that now. But I'm if you want to say this loud on the stream, that would be my opt there.
Oh, that hurts.
So recover. Yes, I would agree. Yes, definitely recovering and losing the suppression for future, because I think I completely agree, because if he doesn't, he's going to have a very hard time in the next round, because I think Anthony would be quite
You can just
quite clever
continue to
to
press that.
start
You can
plinking him.
just you can just continue to press that. So
Yep.
Do I play conservative or do I?
it's often gets forgotten just in given scenarios, right? So you
Yep.
want to
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, because if you can't use your abilities, like if you can't get up there with Din, if you're just stuck back
hmm
there,
hmm
or stuck just being able to move, then like, I know you get a aim dodge if you don't. I know he's got independent, but yeah, you're definitely going to want to use all of his actions to
Yes.
get the most out of him.
Yeah. Yeah. For lack of a better position, the loss of actions. Yeah, you have to make a decision. Jace is still working that out right now. Um, and losing that sniper and then having Anthony go afterwards here is a bit of a concern
The
here. So
PTSD from the 7 crits last time we played. Like this unit scares me. I can't
Anthony's
even get a
gonna
clean shoot
like
because he
he's
has
gonna
such bad
start to
buffs.
angle his card at some point here. And he's still in a good position to push probably the next turn as well. It's the next one after that where it gets into that zone. So players are going to want to consider where the carts are going to pass through. Um,
Yep.
uh, Jace is kind of squeezed on both sides here, Anthony. So he's got it set up to kind of shoot from different angles. Anthony's still pushing effectively in one direction. He does have some units on the backside, of course, and he's got Bosk up there, which is in a great position to be, very very much a perch, sort of an
Yeah, there's
Overwatch
no
unit,
right
not the
here.
keyword, but positionally to continue to offer shots in the game. So, all right. So I think Jace opted to go for a little bit of a shift there. Is that what you did, Jace? A little bit of a
Yeah,
shift?
just doing a shift to
Okay.
initiate.
All right. So we have a little bit of a shift there.
That's it. Just a little shift to stay safe.
Chat
Mhm.
just going along about what their worst choices are for their factions.
Awesome.
On IG.
All right. Let's turn that off. Turn that off. All right. So it looks like, so that is the conclusion there. And then
You'd be out of range. Because you're out right right now, so you'd be able to buy.
looks like Anthony's trying to
Yeah, you're gonna get the shot.
line up a shot there.
All right.
Players sweating it out here tonight. Bit of a crazy one.
It's quite the thinking man's game at the
Yeah,
moment.
that's payload.
Positioning
That's payload in a nutshell
yep.
right there. It is very much a chess match. There's a lot of considerations to make because you have to have preservation of units. You have to position units. You have to position units for future turns. You can't just go full bore offense or you'll lose it. So it looks like Anthony has shifted up.
And that's exactly where, like, when first starting playing payload was very much the way. With my playstyle, I like jumping in. I like getting into melee ranges. I like being very aggressive. And yeah, playing payload first couple of times playing payload was just you'd throw in and then you go, oh, hang on, I'm not moving because he just had to move to stop me from moving. He didn't have to fire at me. He didn't have to do anything. He just play. Like, you can lose the game just by someone moving, not not by not by getting wiped out, just by someone moving, and that's it. That you really got to think ahead, don't you?
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, just the top corner.
All right.
TTSing it.
All right. Anthony going full TTS mode here.
These circular things.
Yeah, that's why I always hate being on the side of terrain with the TIE fighter pilot. Just the circles, you can always flip
Surprised someone hasn't come up with a laser
Yeah,
pointer
it's kind of the top.
on a silhouette.
On a silhouette, yeah,
Made a
could be a
little
thing.
made a little
Is
laser
this
pointer
into
on the
is this
top of
into
the
IG?
silhouette.
IG, yeah.
All right, this is a big shot coming into IG here. Heavy cover.
I should have moved in out in the open, apparently. Yeah, should have
Very
moved in out in
average.
the open. Wow. IG
All right,
saves.
IG saves. Okay.
Jesus Russian gets rid of it now.
All right.
All right,
I
that's
believe
good.
that concludes cart pushing.
You betcha.
I want to give a shout out to our folks here, our helpers. Aaron Gallagher getting a special shout out tonight, coming in with a donation. Appreciate that, Aaron. You know, so it's a significant amount of coin. I do greatly appreciate that you guys are helping us push. We got a lot to go. We know that. We know our goal is big, but it's about making. We've made a substantial contribution. You guys have helped us certainly to get in the studio where it is. We hope that we have got progressively better. Don't look at Friday Night Fight 1, please. But you can see the evolution. It's there. We've been working hard every week. I'm tweaking, adding something, trying to make it better, adding different elements, making the play experience better for you guys. That's why our crowds grow each week, and we do greatly appreciate that. So shout out to all the folks there as well as the patrons that help us out. They cover off the incidental cost, the software that we use that helps us bring in Bryant and all of our other guest casters, helps us run the Tuesday night podcast as well. So thank you to all those folks. Aaron, you'll be on the list at the end of the show. I'll update that as well. If you guys added to the Patreon list, I'll get you guys a shout out on Tuesday and on the following Friday. We always give newest ones a couple shouts. Do greatly appreciate that. Okay, Bryant, players are kind of deciding on their cards, but it's a close one for sure. And still lots of bodies on there, but I feel like this might be the turn, and we're going to see some units start to crack and break here. They are at 10-10, so Jace did drop a unit there, but we did see a few more bodies there, but some big shots and some big saves, to be honest. So, yep.
Yep, yep. Yeah, I think there was some really big dice pools, but got lucky on some dice rolls, like or lack of hits. I think.
Yep.
Otherwise, we might have seen a few more units disappear.
Yep.
But we're slowly seeing the. You're right. We're slowly seeing positioning and.
Scared me. Anthony threw a card at there. He scared me temporarily. Like, what? It just hit me. That is the. Okay, I'll figure it out with that. And 2 and 2. Okay, sorry, Brian. Continue. These guys are just getting
That's right.
bullied on chat and physically assaulted and all kinds of crazy things. Continue, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you know how everyone else feels. No. Yeah. I think slowly plinking away again. I reckon we'll see a couple of units drop. I think Bobber's hanging on to 3 wounds at the moment. Let's
Mhm.
see, he's 5, isn't he?
Yep, 5, correct. And so is Din.
He's
So
5.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And is Din on 3 wounds now, or is
Din's on
he
2.
healed
Din's on
back?
2. Yeah, he's
Din's
on.
on
He's
2.
on 2.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
All right, I think cards are
So
ready. Jace, did you play this one? Did you play him? Oh no, sorry, wrong one. Boom. There we go. And then Anthony, you were playing the 2, and it was the new 2, right? So it was making his way. Yeah. Okay. Anthony didn't have that card, so he just showed me a Vader card. But yeah, so Boba playing the 2-pip here. Boba Fett may not perform attack actions during the activation. At the end of the activation, oh, let me grab the dice roll here pretty quick. All right, there we go. Jace won. So at the end of his activation, Boba Fett may perform an attack with only the following weapon against each enemy unit at range 1 and in line of sight. So he's going to get that 2 red, 1 black. Blast impact, 1 versatile. So obviously it looks like we have a Boba dive here. A machine made for killing. This is going to be an IG-11 card here. You must nominate, I should say, IG-11. The nominated IG-11 gains an aim, also gains demoralize 3 and steady. Demoralize, both my favorite feeling and action currently. So yeah, that's gonna be super super fun. So looking forward to that. So we're not proxying cards. I'm playing the cards on the screen, and Anthony's proxying cards. So there's no we. It's Anthony. So naked B1 squad that deploys out of the chain range. That must be a question here somewhere higher. So we do play right now Legion. We do play right now Legion. That is right now Legion. And Anthony's actually doing that because he wants to get a rep in for practice for Invader. So he said it was okay. So Ryan's giving you a hard time there, Anthony. But should I just give him a hard time about when he's going to drop out of the stream or next tournament, or what do you want me to fire back with? There's so many low, like it's just low hanging fruit here with Ryan. So, oh jeez, Anthony with his best retort, but the one I can't repeat, but something salty, very salty. All right, and it looks like Jace is going with Corporal here, and oh, okay, Roger that. He Yep. Okay, so Jace is going to go with a name shot here, just trying to get into Boba. Boba, again, sitting on 2 suppression, so this will put Boba on 3. Wow. Okay, definitely rolls that back up. He does not have prepared supplies. What's Boba's? Oh, Boba has no independent triggered because he's got an order. So 4 after that. Boba needs to save. Boba saves 1 more. But
scratch that in.
You also full voted again.
But it doesn't matter. I'm only doing 1 at a time.
I want a full vote.
Okay.
I just want a full vote.
I'll do it if I can have every save but 1.
Oh, we're out with the wet towels are smacking each other around here. No, you are rolling better than me. No, I'm rolling better than you. Yeah, we're on it. Anthony's rolling about what I expect Boba to roll most of the time. Just doesn't happen all the time. So Boba is going to get to roll off 2 suppression there. Yeah. Hey, right now Legion is what I play. That's what I play right now, Legion. Anthony's trying to get a practice game in for Invader. So if you want to give him a hard time about it, I'll give you his email. You can write him. And he's playing that right now. So I think it makes a lot of sense for him. And totally, the league is far different. Yeah, for sure. We will not be playing the unreleased stuff, including Anthony. So, Anthony, did you use jump twice there?
Yeah, he did because he was. No, yeah, that doesn't. That's
Yeah, it's not jump twice. Let me give you a far side there. So that piece of terrain is like virtually nothing.
Yep. It's just a walkover.
Yep. And he is going into the pikes that have already gone here. I think you just seen him literally pick up the model. He didn't drag it along the tool, but it always looks like everyone's jumping when you do that. So
Two red and a black.
2 red and a black. Yep.
Okay, so sniper team.
All right. So Anthony going off into each of the units here. So that'll be 2. It's blast here, so no cover. So Jace does need to roll a save here on this unit. Nope, I will lose an activation. I'll go to the activation board here in a second.
2 dodges.
Into a unit with double dodge. There's another unit. One more. There we go.
3, so just 1.
So 1 after
That's
cover.
nice.
Or 1 after the removal of dodges, I should say. That does remove a model and takes suppression. And then he's got 1 more unit there with single dodge, I believe. And triggering up close and personal off these.
3. Dodge 1.
Yep.
Does that weapon get to his surge conversion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't specify.
Doesn't specify, yeah.
You always get the better of the two.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
And then Jay said 1 dodge there, so he needs to roll 2. And we'll lose 1. So two models out of, or 1 model out of each respective squad, and then lost the special forces. Let me go update the board here. So Jace has no remaining strike teams, and we have a Boba sitting on 3 wounds and engage with the pikes that have already gone. So if Jace wants to get into that squad, he will have to base and swing at Boba. So. If he has room, I think he does still have base room there. So
You don't get it for the melee one. Not a ranged attack.
all right, so back to Jace, but he doesn't really gain the advantage there because he did drop another activation, unfortunately. So that is fair. Let me go. Boom, machine made for killing, and we'll do that. That's where we started. If you guys are just joining us now, we are down both strike teams on Jace's side. That is it, but there is definitely bodies and casualties abound throughout the units. We are playing, if you're also just joining us now, let's throw the scoreboard up. We are playing Payload. This is turn 3. Turn 3? Yeah, turn 3.
Turn 3, yep.
Yeah, and yeah, it's looking fairly balanced here. So Jace has got to get to that AT-AT body at the back, and Anthony's got to get to that lat wing there. So I think it works out to Jace is probably a little. I'd say probably 1 more push than Anthony, but may not be a full push. So. All right, it's going to be a pull.
So Boba's now in.
He's in melee. Yeah, he's in melee's with. He's in melee with this pike squad that went.
Yep.
So.
Oh, that's already gone. So
yeah, it's already gone. So
So
Jace's option here is to move, and they are 2 white in melee. So he might. I mean, he still has that option. He can't shoot Boba, so he might want to get in and tie him up and just try to go for the swings. He might go for another squad north side, just to get shots off there. Has options for sure.
he's actually at 6.
So Anthony's moving his wounds. He's got a wound counter there behind Boba. So Boba has 2 wounds remaining. He does have 2 dodges, though, as well. So due to the up close and personal. So.
Everything that I've hit big into has been Boba and saved all but 1 every time. I just. So my sniper teams.
Jace just throwing some salt on the table.
Took out 1 model, and yours have missed once. They killed 5. 1, 2.
Yeah, no dispute there. Anthony's strike teams have been better, but I think the pike shots have been much better for Jace. So.
They have, but I haven't done anything with them. That's the thing I'm saying. They have.
That's more than he's ever taken
Move in, throw as many dice as you can at Boba. That is the way you're going to do it. I think I'm all in with these bikes, so I don't lose any more bodies due to shooting. I'm engaging, swinging away with everything. So,
Yep.
um, you also got to make
Is
sure
he
that you
wrapped
haven't.
up? Can you actually get in there?
I think there's a visibility there. I can't
Oh, there's one.
tell
Yeah,
for
there's
sure, but
looks
if
like.
you look from here,
Yeah.
it looks like Jace cohered in such a way that he can
Uh,
because it's 2 units there, and so I think he
yeah.
had
Yep.
and he doesn't have the capo in there, so I think he has 5-man units, and Boba killed a guy out, so it's 4. So I think he should, in
Yep.
theory, mathematically have a base space on the other side.
Yep. And for me, I'd definitely be trying to take Bobber out of.
Oh,
Well, who's the? Yeah, Bobber's got the bounty, doesn't he?
he does. He does. Yeah. It's just
Are you going to try and take a bounty? Are you going to risk
I
losing
I don't think you are.
something?
I think you're just going to try to get the wounds on him and get that activation off the table, so you don't have to
Yep.
deal with him in your back lines. Yes, he's a bounty target, but I don't know if that's the. I don't think that's priority one right now.
Yeah.
And and the carts still need to push, and they're still going to need to cross the threshold. And like I said, you're in a pretty good spot behind, like in the middle of the table. Jace is still able to sort of position there. Anthony doesn't have anything in position to be stopping Jace's cart right now. So in
Yep.
order to do that, he'd have to either cross directly north over the pipe, slow down himself, and then double move because he would be enough distance to stop that cart, or he's going to need to swing forward at least probably with 1 or 2 squads, not maybe this turn, but the next turn for sure to push. So Jace is opting to push in with the pikes. He is going to get 2 there and eat the dodges. But he's got that engagement, so he still has opportunity to maybe potentially go before Boba next turn if Anthony doesn't commit another card to Boba. So
Yep.
but they also can't be shot. So I think there was an inherent benefit to that too. So, and it was white dice, and so with that throw and getting 2 crits, I think that's about right. All right, so we have pikes up top here for Anthony. He's gonna. It looks like he's gonna do an aim shot into Din, heavy cover. All right, no aim,
Din
just shot.
having Din having 2 suppression, 2 wounds at the moment, 1 dodge.
Yep. I'm not sure. It looks like he is at range 3, so obviously based on the dice pool. So far, it's just going to be 2 over cover. Din's got a dodge. He'll dodge that down to 1. Din making a save. Doesn't. Takes a wound.
Oh, no.
So back even on both Din and Boba.
And putting him on his suppression
Yep.
threshold for
Yep.
actions.
Yeah. Again.
Which is an important part, as we were saying before. It's an important part with Din there.
Yeah, Anthony doing a little bit of retreating here with his pikes after that shot. Jace to the bag.
Especially if Din gets cops enough suppression that he ends up doing a panic.
Yep.
Then that's
there you go. That's what Jace needed to do. Had a different route, so I'll mention that now. Jace, I was surprised you didn't just do the recover last round.
I could have.
Yeah, but you did a good roll there.
But I was going to get hit by dice.
Well, you weren't because you only rolled 1 crit.
This game I haven't been rolling.
No, Anthony's. Yeah.
Did you see my defense? Not great.
Yeah. All right. Well, your full action, Din.
Yeah.
Wishing you had the 2 pip this round, but it is where it is, and now you got to play out of it. So that's part of Legion. Playing out of the tough scenarios, I think, teaches a lot more than when it's an easy mode. So. Yep. No, agreed. That makes for better viewing too, I think. So now just we need to figure out what's happening here.
Even though it's not a bounty target,
All the stuff. All right, so Jay's gonna figure out what he wants to do with Din here. You're at that kind of point where it's like, you have a couple wounds remaining on your model. You want to make the most out of them. He can sit and be plinked off, or do you go and try to do a move, a big play with him? Yeah, Anthony's got a 2-man storm down there, full man T21 squad, I believe, full pike, and Veers sitting down there, and a 3-man storm.
Yeah.
So lots of bodies there at the bottom. None of those units have activated at this point. Jay's gonna see what kind of teleportation he can get, and see if he can get any invisibility here. So
Double move will easily get me there, so we'll double move to there.
all right, so Jay's gonna opt for the double move here by Din. Get him by that wing. Don't hate the play. It's gonna force Anthony to either squeeze out some units that I think he has to move. Maybe everyone but the strike team. Maybe Anthony, is that core unit token at the back there should be flipped? The one at the
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
yeah, perfect. Thanks.
There we go.
So I think the strike team maybe has shots there now.
Strike team.
Bosk, I think, has to shift back, and I think the bulk of the rest of them need to maybe move around a little bit. So a lot of aim tokens there. Obviously tactical triggering there on Din twice. So, and he does have an arc welder, I believe, attached to him still. All right, special forces there. What do you think about the play there, Bryant? Moving away and moving up the table with Din.
Yeah, I think he's setting himself up for the next 2 rounds of payload being in that area, and now he's going to be able to just focus on 2 actions with Din instead of having to think about where he's going to be moving with his payload card, I guess. But is it too far? I know he's hiding from from the bulk of what's down the bottom. From this angle, he looks like he's hiding from the bulk of the bottom. So it's probably a smart move. There's not much. What's to the left? You've got what has Anthony got to the left of there? It's pikes.
He's got Capo, Commander. I think both the troopers up top, the troopers that are in with IG. I was interested to see there's a corporal there. I was interested to see I thought he might maybe go with IG a little bit earlier there, and then if IG got into a bit of trouble, he would have still had the arc on Din to help him out. He does have he does have the command card up this round. I hid it away, but let me bring that up. He's got the machine made for killing here, so he is going to get the 1 aim token and the demoralize off here. He also has steady on IG this round, so I thought maybe he might use that for an early press, but yeah, there's that option. So we'll see. IG still well and good and all healthy and the things. So he's gonna move him up there now.
Yeah, at the moment I don't think there's too much.
Yeah.
Too much issue with where.
Yeah, Rebels up there now, I should say. I meant. He's got the TLT 20 here. I think this is into maybe Dell's squad.
Yeah,
okay. They are heavy cover.
Dell's.
Yeah.
3 down to 1. No visors.
3 down to 1. Dell is on a single wound here, so he could get Dell off the table here if he fails. He doesn't. We'll go to second suppression now.
No, they had 2.
Yeah, there we go. So second suppression on Dell squad, but not managing to get a wound over cover there. Or a wound through cover, I should say.
Yep.
All right, so that will be the Bosk pull there for Anthony. As mentioned, Bosk is... I think Bosk had shots into IG last round. I think he has got an angle there.
Yep.
Oh, he went to Din? Okay, no, I think he's so. There's Anthony. Let me move that there. All right, so he's going to pop back to get that shot into Din here. So moving back, we'll have the shot into Din. Pretty sure he's still going to have heavy cover. He shouldn't be able to see the base there.
Yep.
No aim tokens here, so just strictly. Oh, popped O push. All right, so it'll be
Oh.
1. He's got targeting
Okay.
scopes as well, so he'll get to reroll to 3. Just a 1 in the din, so
Still
din
just a
cannot
1.
die here. He does take it because there's pierce, so he does go to his 4th wound. 2nd suppression. All right.
Yeah, that's going to be the worrying thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
With Din in that spot.
Yeah,
Now he's got 4. He's only got one left.
he does.
So
he's just going to continue to eat shots there, so you need to make the most of the rest of your pushes here. So because this is kind of the 2 ships passing in the night, right? So
yep.
or I guess, well, it's a little bit of both, to be honest. They're kind of pushing the corporal there. They're kind of pushing their cards 2 ships passing in the night, but the players themselves are kind of toilet bowling around each other. So again, as
Yep.
kind of mentioned, I feel like they're going to feed their carts from a distance. But nobody's going to be like fully surrounding their card and pushing it, making that push, or at least at this point, nobody has fully committed to that. So, and it's when you get to this turn 3, turn 4, when you push into the end zone, is how much do you commit to the stop and how much do you commit to the push? And so that's really the question either player's asking each other right now. Oh, I wanted to roll off, but it did not.
I was going to, but you're just gonna on another sneaker shot. You got shots this way over each way. Still got Den on.
All right, so Jace is going to. And again, it doesn't matter. Well, one of the things you got to remember, Brian, is it doesn't actually matter MOV in this. It's about the cart commitments. So it's obviously bounty's another factor in this game. So you do have to manage that for sure. But you have bounty available. Both players do, even if they lose one of their bounty hunters. So that's one thing not to lose sight of. That's why I'm much more I opt more often than not to guarantee the push and worry a little bit less about the stop. I try to do one stop, but that's why I drive my cart at people so that I can try to accomplish both. It gets to be a little challenging when you stay so far out, as both players are here in terms of being able to both stop and push. So Jace wants to consolidate and push. He's going to be able to push his cart. I feel pretty confident in that. Anthony would have to move north, but then lose the ability to push his in force, but was not going to do it alone on the bottom. So good morning, Patrick. Welcome.
Would you think differently in a tournament if you are thinking of MOV for tournament placing positioning?
No, because I'm going to try to secure the win. Yeah, of course, for sure, Stan. I echoed those sentiments at the start, but shout out to you there, Bryant.
Thanks, Stan. Thank you. Hopefully, I'll be able to get in more. I've got a lot of work commitments coming up for the next month and a half. It's silly season for me being in hospitality, but then I've got 4 weeks off.
Nice. That sounds like 4 Friday night fights.
I have to see with the family. As Friday nights is Saturday lunch for me. But yes, I'll definitely be involved a bit more, and also hopefully in the podcast as well.
Yeah, Jason's been doing a great job hanging out with me on that Tuesday nights. So.
Yep. Yeah, so he got through. Was it Din, Grogu, and IG?
Yeah.
Last cast.
Yeah.
Oh, big swing and a miss.
Ooh.
That was T21 at Din.
Matches up with my defense.
All right, Corporal here. All the fun on the table. Absolutely. This game is actually it's been good. I have enjoyed it. Having to pay attention to what's actually happening on the table means something's happening on the table. So.
Yep.
I think that rebel spot up there might be suppression free. So so Jace is going to be able to do gets another squad across.
I also think that the mirroring of the fact that Din and Bobber are the ones in trouble, where
Yeah, yeah.
the similar sort of players. They're the ones in trouble. When you
Yeah,
got IG and Bosk a little bit more range, that's still going to be able to plug
for
away.
sure. Yeah, because if you look at Boba here, he's not punching out a melee with a great amount of dice, and Jace has got him buried in there
Mm.
with a fair amount of pike units. He is swinging back with white, so he's got a. I think that was a core. I think that was a core pull there. I saw it real quick, but
Corporal, yeah.
yeah, he's got a fair bit to punch through, and they will potentially, unless like I said, unless he chooses to activate Boba first, he's gonna have to eat at least one swing. So if he wants to get that
Yep.
dodge token off, so um, yeah, so he's not about out of the woods by any means. So you got the capo here at the back. Jace has I think two commanders to pull. And so he will be able to come down and potentially add an aid dodge onto one of those, and then keep it with a vigilance. He's got the officer at the top that can come down and maybe issue a take cover onto Din. Maybe that's enough to get him through the turn. Jason obviously
Yep.
looking to pull a commander here a little bit earlier than he did, but I don't know if he'd have the range for the take cover, but depending, I can't quite tell by eyeballing this, but I think you have to make sure. I think I would like to have presented IG as a bit more of a threat here to potentially draw some din attention away, but that would have been me again. Just sort of that threat saturation, so that you do maybe cause your opponent to maybe split fire. Again, not the keyword, but the action
Yep.
of
Yep.
just drawing a little bit of fire away from units. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Not so many concentrated hits on him.
Exactly. Yeah, and then because you still have, if you keep him alive, you still have two arc welders there, so you have two potential bailouts with damage there. So, and you get the steady shot this turn. The gunslinger, it's there. They have a single action here on the Dell unit, not able to roll off any suppression here, so he will not be able to get additional shot to Din here with Dell, just because he's not going to have the ability to move. I don't think he would be able to anyway, but this certainly solidifies it. Players are about 36
At
minutes, so
close,
bit of a slower pace, which is typical of payload for sure. So,
definitely. At close range, would you, in next round, would you disengage with one of the pikes, and then have the other ones throwing in,
I, I don't
throwing
I
throwing
don't
dice
think
in?
I don't think so, Bryant, because I think that there's too much of a liability in terms of if you step out for either one of the storms to maybe sidestep, and while you might be in heavy cover, you're likely going to be eating shots, and without the
Yep.
ability to get a dodge as well, because he has
I
nothing to
suppose
vigilance hold over here. I don't necessarily
it's
love
also
that.
gonna.
Yeah.
You've also got to get both ones out, haven't they? They both engage, so you've got to get both of them out.
Yeah, and they do, and they will get
You're
the
not doing anything until range 3.
yeah,
Sorry, turn
and the problem
your
is
third
in
activation.
order, yeah, and the problem is in order to do that, you would likely want to get them in order and therefore effectively mitigate your independent dodge. So it's like go with them early to disengage them to get the shots at Boba, or just leave them in, get the dodge, and swing at Boba. And I think I like the latter of that. So
Yep.
that was Capo, I think, not rallying there. It has to be cognizant that he does have I believe he does have the bounty on that unit. Anthony does, I mean. All right, so moving down likely as predicted. Gonna take that. Excuse me. All right, so you're gonna, I think, pass a. Did you pass a dodge there, Jace?
No, I had to double move.
Oh, double move. Okay,
Too
roger that. Okay.
far away.
Okay, so was not able to get range one there. So, but positioned himself for future turns. So, all right. All right. I think he pulled a commander there. I didn't see the flash, but I think it was Veers. again, there's the activation count for you guys to keep in track at home. It was 11:10 to start. It is now 9:10. Anthony. Looks like Veers did spotter there and gave. I think he gave the small storms and the pike unit.
Big storms.
Oh, big storms. Which unit was it that missed you, Jace? The short storm?
No, the big storm.
Oh,
Threw 8 dice.
oh, that one already went.
Oh, this turn? Sorry,
Yes.
no, that was the small one.
Oh, the small one that missed.
Small
Okay,
one was
okay. So
this
he has
turn.
the two big
Last turn,
units.
the big one.
All right, the big two. So the big T21 and the big pike are. I mean, they're all the same size pike, but the remaining two big units there to go. Each just got a aim token off a spotter there. All right, Anthony second guessing his move, wanting to keep, I think, the Inspire range there. All right, I think that's it for Veers. Jace should have IG and or 2 commanders here.
Just one off.
Oh, 1 commander up because he went with the capo. That's right. Yeah. What do you think here, Brian? Are you trying to get? Are you trying to mitigate some damage off these units yet to go with your unit here? I think that's my choice as well. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Use his, he's going to tap his own.
All right, so he's going to get an aim off this. He has steady active this round.
Shot, he'll do into boss.
Yep.
Second one.
Yeah, being at full, I'd be moving him in there.
Jace, you
Create
didn't have
another
demoralize range to Boba, eh?
Not range 2.
No, you're just out. You're outside.
Yeah, he's actually outside. It'll be down to lane to sharpshooter. I'm just waiting for one of these.
All right, so he's got steady off this. He's tapped the push.
I just meant because like I was like, oh, I got you, but no, the card gives you.
Yeah, he's got the cover there. I think personally, I'm trying to get as many actions off the table here as possible and not worried about.
Yeah. Yep.
In this particular case, yes, it would be nice to go in the storm, but because you can't concentrate, you probably don't have enough there. So I think I try to mitigate some actions. So if you just dodge, yeah, the Mandalorian can't hurt you if you just dodge.
First boss.
Okay.
Gunslinger shot. Gunslinger shot. We're going to do into.
So into Bosk for 1, and then he's going to go into Storms for the second. So
First.
Bosk first shot.
Spend an aim.
Spending an aim.
Okay. 3 down to 2.
All right. All right. Bosk actually blocks 1.
And then to the big storm.
Another aim there to spend.
Got 1, so kills a guy and a suppression.
All right. Bosk is on 2 wounds now. 2 wounds. Okay. All right. So suppression on the storms. And then looks like he's going to tuck his IG unit just back there.
Oh, I should have tried to rally before. He's a droid, so it wouldn't have mattered, but he did kept both suppression.
All right. So IG will keep both suppression there. Just a little tuck back in. Looks like Jace.
Who was the second unit that he
so he went into Bosk, and then he went into the large T21 stormtroopers in the bottom there. Just got a suppression.
Would you have gone into the Dell squad?
I probably would not have. I
I
probably would have went to both Pikes and T21 because I would have tried to mitigate an action off both. So being Courage 2 units, so that would have been my choice. All right, so I think this is the storms.
Yeah, that's the full storms into.
Yeah. All right, so heavy cover shot here with an aim already on board. Just 1. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, great for Jace there. So he will have to make a save, but see if he can make does not. So does lose a guy, but I think that's an okay trade for a basically Full squad.
Man.
All right, so Commander likely gonna see. Okay, thought he might do a take cover there, but it looks like he's gonna opt to do a double move. I do a little bit of an end around here. Considering it wasn't a bounty threat, I thought he might try to benefit from the take cover ability in action and get that on. All right, so blast box being pulled. I'll give a shuffle.
Oh,
All right.
look out. Wait, go do it.
Oh, hey, good to see me again. It is a hollow projector. Wow, that's coming off the top every time. And precision scopes. All right.
Can you have both two of the same?
Yeah, I think you can. I've shuffled every time and somehow ended up with hollow projector being on the top. Guess that happens.
How many copies have you got of Hollow Projector?
Yeah, there's 17 in the deck, so. All right. There you go. All right, so back to the action. All right, so that was a box pull by the Pikes, and then I think he's going to do a move. And going to guess he's trying to move here to get a shot on Din. I believe we looked this up already, Jason, in a previous game.
I'm pretty sure.
It was the Dodge one, I think, is the one I had pulled 2.
I wasn't there for that then. If you had looked it up before, because I wasn't sure when that was looked up. Okay.
And precision scope second, choose one. So
Yeah.
you can roll first.
You can roll first and then choose. Okay.
Yes, Patrick. Anthony, they flipped a coin. Anthony got to pay the most amount to Sean and
That's
loaded
what
the deck.
happened. Yeah. All right, so big shot coming into Din here. It's a better shot there for Anthony.
6
Will
re-rolling.
spend. Yeah, he does.
You get a surge token. You get a surge. Never mind.
And he has an aim already from the spotter from Veers.
Yeah.
Converts both to crits. Okay.
Ooh.
Didn't really matter at this point because he was 6 into Din. Din's got to go ham here.
Yeah.
Nope. Not enough.
Nope.
Not enough. We'll still push the cart though.
Activations.
Yeah. That is the.
Pulls activations down to, was that 10-8 now? 10 to Anthony, 8 to Jace.
I gotta eliminate Din. Nope.
And a loss of any of Din's cards.
Yes. And I think this is the strike team, I believe, at the back.
Yeah.
A Grogu would have helped. He might have. But he could not fit him in the 800 points. So, okay, just gonna shoot. Yeah, just gonna eliminate another body. Strike team. So, I don't think it was a proper challenge there for the rule of Mandalore. So, a spicy pike shot doesn't necessarily equate to a challenge.
Yeah, there was no saber. No saber involved. Grogu picks it up.
Yeah. All right, so that is a move there, and I think is a back to heal on Del there. Yeah. Okay. And so that should be cart pushing. I believe both carts are going to shove. Anthony, don't forget you get a free reposition in your cart. Yep. All right, so Jace has shoved his. Anthony shoved his. Can you guys just give us a ruler measurement just so we can roughly see how far you are?
I'm just out of 2.
You're just out of 2. All right, Anthony's just in 2. So
I reckon
Anthony's going to be 2 pushes, and Jace will likely be.
You'll be 2.
Jace will be.
I'll be 2 as well.
Yeah, I think Jace can get there too with the reposition. So, yeah, so I think yeah, neither one of them had a distinct advantage there, but now it's going to come down to the pushability of the
Mm.
carts themselves. So, okay, well, we'll jump back in the booth here temporarily as we're doing the things. If you guys didn't catch at the start, we talked about the Christmas giveaway. Here's our list so far for what we have in there. So a bunch of stuff coming in from the Terrain Studio. Back to Basics also helping us out. Dice Time, Pally, Bryant, of course, coming in and giving us a plethora of prizes, including 2 battle forces. But look further. There was actually 4 battle forces to give away. That'll be player's choice. So we'll help you guys out. We won't force you. The last guy getting the 5-0 worst. We won't do that. We'll get you the battle force that you're looking for, as well as 48th Ronin coming in with the choice again. Look at our prizes. Not only our prizes are just they're prizes with choice, and that doesn't often happen. Sometimes you might just win something that you're not necessarily looking for. We have a few of those in there, but I mean, who couldn't use brush sets or card sleeves or models, good trade material, things like that. Anthony, I just need your card when you're ready.
Ain't no poser wanting to find out why we haven't added the sleepover yet.
Yeah, it's yeah, it'll I'm working on it. I'll get that in there. So, December 30th, just putting that on your radar as well. And we anticipate that we will have at least a few more prizes between now and the 30th. So come tune in for that. I think we figured out it's like 47 prizes already. So that's quite a few between turns. The game should be fun. You might have some things added last minute that might not even make a list. Maybe some things you don't even know about. Who knows? You only have to be here to win, so we won't make you jump through any hoops other than to kind of come check us out on the 30th. So take a little bit of time away from family, maybe get yourself a couple Christmas gifts, post Christmas or holidays, whatever you participate in. So, all right, just waiting.
I've noticed.
Go ahead.
I've noticed that ain't no poser. He doesn't want us to have a sleep over at my place. He's
Yeah,
not.
I know.
He's not willing to travel this far.
It's like ridiculous. Yeah,
I
ridiculous.
know, right?
Yeah, got it. Okay, I got the cards. It is actually going into turn 4. Before we get into turn 4, let's thank sponsor. Hey, this is a sponsor we can thank. Phoenix Games out of Australia. Bryant, who's himself is in person here. So Bryant, why don't you give yourself a little plug here? I'll let you take over this one.
So yeah, sell Linux.
All right, I got this one.
Fail. Um, sell Legion products. A bit of hobby stuff. Mostly focused on Star Wars games. But we also sell board games, etc. We post all around Australia. We post internationally if you want to take on that postage. We can send to you, and we also run lots of events. Yeah, that's the thing that we're sort of focusing on lately is running events.
Awesome, and helping us out here both in person and in product. We appreciate that. So Corvus Games, like I said, they're going to be onboarded with us in January, but I said I'd give them shouts from now because, of course, they've already made that decision to help us out. So I said, hey, why wait on that? We want to give our gratitude now. So go check them out, Corvus Games Terrain. You guys will be excited about the table that we're going to be getting and be able to feature from them. All right, players have given us the cards. There we go. We're ready to do some flipping. Anthony gave me, or actually Jace gave me that one, and Anthony, I believe, is going to be playing a Simple Man. Is that correct, Anthony? Yeah, okay. So he's going to play a Simple Man. If Boba Fett is not issued an order with this card, Boba Fett gains Marksman this round and gains an aim token and increases his range of his weapons by 1 to a maximum of 5. If Boba Fett is issued an order with this card at the start of the activation phase, um, a unit at range 1 of Boba Fett may perform a speed 1 move. So that is the effect. I'm not sure if Anthony is or is not issuing to Boba. We'll see that in a second. Mechanical Carnage, played by Jace, IG 11. He loses Gunslinger, and the first time IG is declares an attack action during his activation. Instead of attacking normally, he performs 1 attack against each enemy unit at range 2. So this is definitely iconic from the show. I can't wait to see what this does in the game. I am slightly disappointed because I believe Jace had it in there that we did not get to see a Whistling Birds, but maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Also
Oh,
gonna be dead this turn.
Yeah, fair.
I was gonna play the one pip. Move relentless in there, smack him.
That
He
could
has
have.
two.
Yep, that was likely a thing. Could have claimed a bounty there. All right, here we go. So it looks like Anthony opted.
Here's two. So I'll
Uh,
spend the name and get duelist. And then as long as I don't
so
roll
IG gets a card here. I
and
don't
then
think there's any more
slightly
hollow
above, I'll take one.
projectors out on the table. Um, but I'm waiting to see what Anthony's doing here. Does IG have up close and personal? I'll bring you up to the table lists. There you are. So IG over here has offensive push and the bounty programming. Already tapped push as well. All right.
And sorry, so who got
I
initiative?
believe
Sorry, I was too busy having a little
I
chat
think.
argument with that ain't no poser.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, fair enough. Oh, I can imagine that. I believe he gave the order to Bosk here. So then
Boss.
Boba is going to.
Oh, who got initiative though? We're having
Oh,
two.
oh.
Who's going first?
Anthony played a one pip though, and Jace. Oh yeah, did you guys roll initiative?
They're both one
You played it
pips.
too. No, Anthony. Oh yeah, no, Jace did. Yeah,
Oh,
Jace thinking.
yep.
Jace thinking he also played a one pip. Yeah. Okay, so
Oh, okay.
sorry, I heard that the conversation. I wasn't paying attention to the pip, so because Jace thought he was going second. So all right, so Anthony, I think issued to a pike or a storm. Is it the 3-man unit or this? Okay, 3-man. Okay, so Boba did not get an order there. Is Boba moving anybody or?
There's nobody within range. The move only happens if he gets an order.
Yeah. He gets marksman if
So
he
I got
doesn't get
marksman
and a name tag.
Let me just reread that. I can. Oh, is issued an order. Yes, right. Yeah, that is correct. I think we reversed that last time. Had that same conversation last time. We talked about it. All right, so Anthony gonna opt to go with the storms and double move off the hop here. Getting into position to likely secure a push. Or attempt to anyway. There's definitely potential for Jace to stuff up a cart here, but he also has to figure out if he wants to dedicate to move his own. So Anthony's got, I believe, a strike team, a pike unit, and a Bosk back there. So he's got 3 that he can dedicate onto the cart, which means Jace would need 4 to push it if Anthony goes with everybody there. Not sure Bosk can get there, but depends on. I guess he could with his scale. And then Jace has got Rebels and IG and 2 pike units, and then he has the capo at the back, which probably could double move and get there as well. So he's got potential to push. We'll see what happens. There's a corporal there for Jace. Players will technically run out of time this round, so it would if Anthony doesn't reach and he gets within range 1, he likely would win on the score, but we'll probably let these guys just play it out as they typically do. Is that 2 into Boba?
Yep. 3 total. He dodges 1.
Okay. And Boba saves both.
Did would have double.
So at the end of this round, is Jace going to be able to get into range 1 with
No,
his
he
one
won't.
card?
He won't. But they'll still play it out. But technically, it would probably be Anthony would have a 2 points and Jace would have 1, I think, at the end of this round if they both push. But it depends if Anthony's card gets stuffed up and Jace pushes, then they would be technically tied. So
Yep. So would you, if you were playing for this, would you then try to move your pikes, instead of attacking Boba, move your pikes and try to kill Boba and get the victory point with IG?
I still try to kill boba here. And I worry about maybe stepping up and not letting you get the full contact, but I think you still have to prioritize what you were prioritizing when you went in there.
Yep.
That looks like. Is that the Dell unit? Okay. All right, so that's one more that Anthony's able to get there. So he's looking to have the stepped up cart here. Aim punch, other pikes. Oh, that's a swing.
Oh, wow.
That's a swing. Okay.
Oh, holy.
All right, 6 into boba. 6 with white dice. Yeah. Now let's
Jeez.
see if
They've been doing hand-to-hand combat training.
Jace. Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's unfortunate. Yep. Okay, so boba on 1 wound. It really just keeps both those pike units honestly alive. You still have to punch your.
Who
Yeah.
Who did Anthony sacrifice to the dice gods for that?
I don't know. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's 100% accurate. Yep. Sometimes boba just does say that. Yeah, I've seen it. I've played him and seen it on both ends of that for sure. So that is not anything that hasn't occurred before. You've probably all seen it in your escapades. So it's a no damage, I think there, just a suppression. All right, that's a core pull by Jace. Oh, sorry, core, not commander. Core. So Jace has got, I think, 2 core and a leader there. Another rebel squad and IG. All right, so I think he's just moving to contest there. All right. Anthony's just at his bag for the rest of the turn, so as Jace is basically as well. He's got IG up, so he can obviously pull that at any point, or go with that, I should say, at any point. The bounties are still there, so there is bounty potential. A bounty point late game would be pretty big. Could be pretty big.
Where's the other bounty? I know one's on Bosk.
So it's Bosk and Veers, and basically they're in identical positions right now. So there's Veers at the not in identical positions. Veers is slightly ahead
Veers is
of
down the bottom.
Yeah, he's on the bottom, and then Bosk, I forgot, moved back. So Bosk is a little farther away now. Bosk is still on top of those pipes where he's been all game, and Veers is only slightly ahead of where he started. So
it's not Bobber, isn't it? Bobber and Veers.
It's Boba and Veers, yeah, not Bosk. My bad. Yeah, Boba and Veers, yeah.
Yes, I think that's where I would have pulled my pikes out and tried to take out the victory point for.
On that topic, I just the only reason I'm saying I've had that stuck in my head that I probably would have bountied both bounty hunters personally. Only reason I don't sometimes think the soft bellies are the best target is because you know that you're very unlikely to be able to see them or to get to them, or even if you do some chip damage, if you don't one-shot them, they're so hard to get to. It's the reason that I typically will go for the focal points, because I'm trying to ask the question about, are you willing to put this in a very compromising position? Are you going to go aggro with it?
Exactly.
Because if you are, I'm gonna match you. So
It puts it into their head that they have to be a little.
There's an inherent risk
if
too.
they're too aggressive with them, they're going to give away victory points. So yes, I 100% agree. You give it to the threats as well, not so much just for the bounty point, but to play mind games with them.
Yep.
Mind games with your opponent.
Pike unit moving up. Taking position behind the cart. Not sure what the intended target is here. Maybe IG, maybe the rebels. Then it could be rebels north side or rebels behind the box. Not sure which ones. Okay, there. Okay. Heavy cover. 2 so far. I'm not sure if they have a dodge token. Doesn't look like they do. Yeah,
No.
that's axe
Taking
killer.
out.
Yep.
Yep.
That was Electro Binocular Squad, I think, maybe. That was a full DLT 20. Okay. All right, so DLT 20 squad down. And then Anthony's got a unit on the cart now, so Jason's got to answer with 2 to push that. Yep.
Yep. Does Jace have the activations to be able to control the carts?
Not at present. You're just going to need to see a swing back a little bit. So,
yep. Going around the top.
Yep. Really no choice. You got to push. Yeah, really no choice. You got to push onto it if you're hoping to push.
And to be honest, in the last round, I don't think there's too much where that he's going to be able to fire. I think Anthony's going to be double moving bits and pieces as well.
Yep. So that'll be op pull there. So it'll be either Bosk or Boba.
This is what we were saying earlier on, isn't it? That payloads is that thinking man's game where you don't necessarily have to win by killing everything off the board. It's about positioning and that last round or those last couple of rounds, getting your units into that spot and winning by double moving.
Losing the strike teams was issue for Jace because they become really good at stopping. They're really cheap activations that can stop your opponent's last couple moves because you can basically feed a unit or tie the entire unit and still effectively stop up a push without them having to have huge returns on their shots. So in doing that, they become invaluable. But now Jace is having to use full units to effectively do that, or characters in the case of IG. So Anthony's got pikes and a cheap unit. He wasn't able to pick up the Del Mico unit, but that one's since split off. So he's going to have Veers, a strike team, another T21 squad, and pikes. He's already got a storm on there. He already has a pike on there. So that means that Jace has to minimally answer with 3, which he cannot do due to not being able to kill Boba. So Anthony's effectively solidified his cart moving. He doesn't have the units to do this. And this is where you get, and he doesn't have the units to push his cart this round. So this is where you get in this real split. And this is why I don't try to do both. But this is also why in not trying to do both, I just push my cart at my opponents more often than not, so that I'm not trying to do both, but you can sometimes achieve the effect of both by the route you take. It's very interesting that, and I'll have to talk to Jace afterwards in terms of where he started his. Jace, where did you start your cart? Can you
Had to start right here, farthest up I could.
on the rollout?
Right there. Yeah.
Yep. Right
Okay.
in the corner
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the 3 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's where he was able to start.
Had to start right spot.
Yeah. Yeah, and that inherent challenge of where both players chose to kind of push their carts from a distance, as I call it. Um,
Yep.
what happens is if you lose the range game, your ability
Yep.
to respond now means that you're just responding into more guns, and now you're down guns, as
Yep.
opposed to maybe pushing offensively and if you're first to flex, as long as you were able to have position, that might ultimately be better for you. But you can see here, Jace, where he's kind of have to take this end around route at the top. Anthony's chose to kind of push his card a little bit more and force the last 2 turns, and so here he is in position, not having to move. He's just able to shoot from there. He could effectively just sit there and take standbys and respond to anything that Jace would attempt to put on the card. So that's the advantage of I think staying closer to your card in payload. Obviously, having units of speed, bikes, speeders, vehicles, anything with big bases.
Yep.
Oh yeah, awesome. You're welcome to get out of here. Goodbye. All right, I got them before they spammed the chat too much there. All right, looks like Anthony is not sure if he's trying to get his strike team out. Or if that was or his boss. Oh, his boss. I think he's. What's that, sorry?
So that Ryan getting in his alternate account?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No prizes to win tonight, Brian, so. All right, so a shot into the rebels there, I believe. Oh, commander. Okay, officer. Who's right there with the rebels. Yeah, he's right there with the rebels, but officer. Oop. Regen roll here. Anthony should rolling 3 here. Should be 2, I think, though, eh? Yeah. Same result. It's back to 6 wounds. That is fairly accurate. Yeah. I mean, trees could be harmed. There is still a possibility that Jace or Anthony trips on the way out and hits the tree box. I mean, that could still happen, but at present, we're pretty safe.
Nothing on stream.
Yeah. All right, Capo reversing here to safety. For safety. Anthony trying to eyeball up just how far that Capo got away. Patrick, are you asking who? Is that what that question is? What did you do there, Anthony?
How was that? Veers just moving up into.
Oh, Veers. Okay, gotcha.
Closer.
I see where I just got it.
Yes.
Oh, that's
yes,
that's
Patrick.
that's Jace. That's
it's
always
Jace.
Jace. Yeah, always Jace with the trees. Yep. Yeah. All right, Jace moving up
Sean
the.
just giving the trees a break.
Yeah. All right, perfect. All right, so there's Jace moving down. He has now 3, I believe, on the box. Anthony has 3 on the box. No. Does still have his... does he lose Gunslinger this round? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes, he can. He can shoot all the things. Yeah. Yeah, there's still... Like I said, this is... what are we at? 4? Round 4? Should update that to be 4.
Yep, round 4, yep. And at the moment we're on...
Game of Payload is very, very long game of Payload.
We're sitting... Anthony is within range 2, so he's sitting on 1 victory point.
Yes.
At this stage. And
IG
Jace is
Beyblade.
just outside.
Yeah, that's true. For all the kids out there getting the reference, I know Beyblades. They weren't really in my time, but it's more of a Pog kid. Did you guys have Pogs down in your end of the planet?
Is that the one where you had to throw them down onto a pile and you had to...
Yeah. You had to use your slammer and hit the Pogs and flip them over.
Yeah, we used to call them Tarzos. Same thing, but yeah.
You know what, Brian? Calling them something different isn't the same thing. That's just entirely
same game.
That's just confusing the entire planet at this point.
I believe we may have had Pogs, but again, it's a little bit out of my generation. So
instead, in Australia, the pile slammed the slammer. It went completely backwards. It was just the pile just jumped up off the surface of the planet, and
that's it.
Gravity.
You put one down, you threw a whole handful of them.
Exactly. That's exactly how it worked. Yeah, that's how Pogs worked. Oh, that's the idea for Friday Night Fright.
I believe we did have them.
Okay.
I believe we did have them, but we had a brand of them called Tarzos. It was just a brand name. Like it was just a same game.
Yeah. I think we need to put a new buff level in here where our donators can just start manipulating dice for Jace at this point. Because I feel like he's getting a raw end here against Anthony the last couple weeks. So. All right. This is going to be a whirlwind here of IGs. A Pog by any other name, yeah. All right, so then he's going to go into this, and Jace positioned himself quite nicely here to just get all the things. 2 into those guys. That's going to drop 2 bodies. Then a little shot in the Veersy here. All right. 1 into Veers. He's got the cover. All right, Veers to make a white. No, he's red dice. Oh. And then suppression to the boot. All right, so IG's just out there and he's saying, hey, look at me, shoot at me. What do you guys got for me? All right, so going to go with the Pikes. They got a rally. They do. They do have 2 courage because they have a capo, so all the courage is of the Pikes.
Free to do what they want.
Yeah, I mean, they're in pretty good positions. Like I said just before, they're really in a position to just pseudo go offensive here. They don't need to have a bunch. I think Anthony's correct in the move here, because you don't want to rest on having a necessary 2 actions next round either. So if you take another position here, make sure when you push your cart, you're still in position. Even if you don't have 2 actions next round, you don't have to chase your cart down. You could get a little greedy and go full offensive there, but I think this is the correct move. All right, so likely to see a move and then shot. Not sure if he's gonna. I would maybe see. I'll see what he picks for a target, and then I'll tell you where I might have went.
So that's Anthony's other. Is that Anthony's other sniper down the bottom there below that Federation gunship?
It's yeah, I believe it is his strike team. Yeah.
5.
No, doesn't have surge
Got,
offense.
one and 4 surges.
Yeah. Was that in the officer, Anthony? Yeah, that is the correct
Surges.
play. That's where I would have also put that shot. To be perfectly honest.
Yep.
It's unfortunate; it just didn't result in anything great there, but that is where I would have put that shot as well.
Yep. That officer's on 4 suppression now.
Yeah. You want to, well, for many things, right? You want to obviously get the activation off the table. There's a chance to do that. You want to kill the Inspire. You'd like to kill the Courage bubble. You'd like to do a lot of things by eliminating that. So, yes,
Yep.
he is a bounty target. Sorry, he's not a bounty target because that was
The capo was a bounty.
the capo. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Again, I think he's just at the back the whole time. So maybe again, both bounty hunters. Unfortunately, we'll take a second, or maybe a third wound there. I think he had 2
That's
already.
A third, yep, third wound.
Yep, 5th suppression, 3rd
So he's
wound.
got one left, one wound left, and got 5 suppressions. That's
All right, so Anthony will shove cart one more time. He will be shy, but this will put him in range of both, likely both pikes. I might even have gone a little bit north with my cart there too, Bryant, just because
yeah,
you know your
yep.
next shove is potential. And if you don't shove, it doesn't really matter. But
Exactly,
having it out, if they don't get out of that, you can guarantee that with 2 units.
Yep, I agree.
So yeah, bit of a again, I would have just gone a slightly different route there. So got a bunch of vigilance stuff. We'll do all that. Let the guys do that. We'll jump in the booth here real quick. Players are giving me cards already. Just 1 sec. Yep. Okay. I see Jace's. Okay, well, we're ready to push into 5 here, and that's probably going to be, that will probably be the determination of it. I don't know if a 6th turn will be necessary unless Jace can really pull it back the other way. Could be.
Yep.
Game's never over till it's over.
That's it. And
Just waiting for
he's got
Anthony.
IG, depending on which way.
Anthony didn't give me his
throws
card,
IG.
though, so I just need to see it. You can just show me from there. I'm quite certain I know what it's going to be, but okay. That's not what I would have guessed, but yep. All right, so we'll jump into the command cards. And all right, so we're going to see Reptilian from Anthony. And we're going to see anti-capture protocols from Jace. So obviously Reptilian, we're going to get a double tap here from Bosk, or potential double tap, I should say. Suffering a wound and performing a free move action. Again, Bosk rehealing, so Bosk is only on 1 wound currently. Anti-capture protocols here from IG-11 when building a command hand. If the army includes IG-11, which it does, this card must be included, so Jace did not have an option here. At the end of IG-11's activation, if he has 3 or more wounds, he performs an attack with the following weapons. So he is going to have 3 or more wounds. Currently, He has
Yep.
0. So
Hmm.
all right.
Yeah, I think it was a matter of, I don't know, was that a lack of options or
I believe it was. Yes.
yeah.
Yep. Totally a lack of options there. So just to restock or recount here, we have wounded rebel troopers north of the cart. We got wounded rebel troopers on the cart. A 1 health remaining officer on the cart, and so that will conclude Jace's ability to shove that. If IG-11 goes over, he would also add to the pool. On the backside stop, I think maybe 1 capo might be, or 1 pike might be in. Maybe both are out. I didn't see the official measure there. That looked like a Bosk shot there.
Yep.
And he does have the capo at the back, so Jace could potentially get 3 or 4 on his back if he wanted to go for the stop, but he'd have to go for the stop as well as the push. So that was a rampage into
Second shot.
officer. Yep.
That's officer down.
Yep.
So yeah, that's
No bounty on him, right?
yep.
Yeah. So he's going to take a wound and make a move. Yeah. I was talking about that. Jace option
Yeah,
for
so that's,
arc welder, but not the turn he wants to have an arc welder to be using. So hoping to get wounds here. No, I know you did, but you'd be all right if you took 3 wounds, I'm sure. All right, so core pull here by Jace. Does rally off. Oh, sorry, that was the regen there for Anthony to go full health on Bosk.
Okay, yep.
Took a wound off
Yep.
the reptilian and then healed back both.
Then put it back on.
All right, so I believe this is another aim punch into Boba Fett. Really trying to hit Boba. Will hit him for 2. He does have 1 dodge.
Yep.
And Anthony has to make 1 more roll for Boba. Can the plot armor hold up? It does again.
Oh, it does. Oof.
Wow. Boba just
It's
not
get frustrating,
wanting
doesn't it?
to die.
No.
Except when he does. That's what everyone said when you went in the Sarlacc pit. Finally, you're down. Nope. Just kidding. Yeah. Daimyo, I'm
Yeah.
here. Now he walks the streets and struts around. And,
Doesn't matter.
no.
Doesn't matter whether it's Legends and he gets out,
Yeah.
or gets out in the book series, or whether it's canon and he gets out on the TV series. It's all.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. Boba lives forever. All right. This was not sure who's shooting who here. Oh, what? Did IG just take 3 wounds? Oh.
Oh.
Just be like, no, I'll take 3. Yeah, so I was saying, Anthony. Yeah. Anthony's like, oh crap, why did I do that? Yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. 4 into Boba.
That's decent.
4 into Boba. Boba makes 6 saves. Just foreshadowing here. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, he just stims it.
Nice.
No, there's a camouflage, a rangefinder, a harpoon, and a hollow projector. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's what's left in the deck. So, yeah, all the things. All right, there's a Boba. Boba's on stims currently. Yep, it's plot armor, but then dies. So remember that thing that Boba never does. Dodge takes 2 guys with him.
There'll be a future card down the track. Like,
Yeah,
Old Man Bobber will have a card. I came back from the dead.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, finally, Jace is able to free up, but the unfortunate part is that I think Anthony still pushes for the max points there,
Yep.
and unless IG can get him Veers,
Yep.
and pushes, it's gonna be difficult. All right, so an aim shot coming into the pikes here. All right, so gonna move and shoot here. This should be open now. All right, so I'm gonna get into range. Takes a shot. Does get 2. Dodge 1. Do have a surge available.
Actually, I don't know if the capo's surge.
I'll check, but for now, just put.
I believe the capo's surge dodge only. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, you surge.
Pike capo, yeah.
Surge
Surge
defense,
to,
yeah.
Surge to block.
Surge
Yep.
the block I meant to say, but yes. Same end results, the same.
Oh no, that's not the one. You're talking about the capo.
All right, so it does lose 1 there after spending the dodge. Takes a suppression. I think what I do here, Brian, is I really probably just move my IG into that squad, just to force the commitment of everything else up.
Yep.
I don't know.
I think.
Jace, what's on your cart right now on Anthony's cart? Sorry, in terms of unit leaders, is any capos on there or any pikes on there? Just 1 pike on there. Okay, cool. And then your capo at the top is not. Okay, couldn't make it far enough. Okay.
Yeah. See, I think for me at this stage, this is my move here would be to lean over, shake hands, and
Wow.
and have a drink. I'm trying to do the maths here and figure out if there's any way of being able to take out, but
So
it's just not.
Veers is gone. Stormtroopers at the bottom, I don't think get there. There's currently a tie on the. There's currently Anthony has 2 on the cart. IG
Yep.
can commit down to the cart, I think, for the stop.
Yep.
But the
He's
bounties
he's
still
got
exist.
2
But the
points.
bounties still exist on Veers.
Yep.
Yeah, he has 2 points. Jace is currently not scoring anything, so Jace really has to do that, plus get the push, which is the problem. So I think
Yep.
he can play for like a. It's what 2 points right now for. Sorry, Anthony's sitting on.
So Anthony's on 2.
2.
Jace is on 0.
0. Yeah.
It's 2-0 at the moment. So
yeah.
Yeah, even if he gets he would have to get the kill.
Well,
He'd have to get the kill and the push. So
he has to get the kill and the push. But Anthony has. If you're looking at this, so Anthony has got the Delmico and Bosk and the pikes on the back one. So there's 3 there. So you have to kind of free up this and stop the cart and try to claim the bounty. So there's a lot of things. For Jace to do. That is, I think, the Delmico core unit moving in. And it looks like they're just going to move up to be close, but not in contact with any units. All right, so he's going to move to touch the cart and shoot the rebels. But because there's only the 3 units there, there's a possibility that that Delmico squad, if they got killed or the Pikes got killed,
Bosk is there too, so he's got 3 units. I have to kill 2 units,
2 units. Yep.
which is tough. These guys. Can you rally better? Nope.
All right, so they're gonna gotta figure out what Jace wants to do with this squad here. Just 2 rebel troopers.
Yeah. Yeah, those. Okay, here we go.
All right, so he has now engaged the Pikes with 2 squads.
Okay, so one has 3, one has 2.
Correct.
I killed 1 there, so that one had 2.
Yeah. Red has 2, green has 3.
So Veers has already gone. The other group,
Yeah, there's a 2-man. There's a
the
2-man
other
squad down there.
stormtroopers.
Yep.
Yeah. Can they get in range of that? Do you think they can get in range too, or is it just out? Because they're
It's
going to
got to
have
be
to reduce their speed.
It's got to be range 1 of the cart.
Yeah, but are they? Sorry, are they going to be able to get within range 1
I don't think
of
so.
the cart?
I don't think so.
Because they've got to reduce their speed.
Well, they don't have to reduce their speed if they go straight first, but I still don't think they get there. Anthony's looks like he's going with that
Oh, I
pike.
mean the other going up and blocking Jace's cart though. I'm more thinking going up. So if they go up over the
yeah.
pipe,
I mean, he doesn't even need to commit them at this point. But I mean, if he wants to, I think he needs them for a turn 6 play, if required, on his own cart. To be perfectly honest.
Yep.
I think at this point, with this being 5 and Jace can't push his cart, I would fully alleviate and move everything to mine. Jace doesn't get 2 pushes, and so if I get 1, I'm on 3. If I'm Anthony.
Yep.
And that's all you need. You just have to play the math game here. So north side push there.
I've got in my head that this is last round, but no.
Well, it effectively is, but it wouldn't matter. You're playing as if your last round, if you are Anthony anyway, because you will still be 1 move closer to your objective than Jace will be anyway. Whether he pushes or not, and whether Jace pushed and he didn't on the last turn, he's still going to have the advantage there.
I'm just trying to decide if I want to use my precision scopes.
Oh, right, you didn't use them.
I think he used them here for sure. I absolutely used them.
Yep.
I won't use them.
It's dead anyway, but I think you definitely use it there.
I don't think you use them.
IG. IG takes a attempt to clamber, wounds himself. That's what I'd be trying to do. Take an attempted clamber.
Start with the storms. See if I can boat out. Nope, just 1, so I kill a dude. And then into Veers in light. Get a crit, so Pierce the Wings onto him as well.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, and I'll free Arc Welder.
Free Arc Welder back a wound.
So anti-capture protocols. That you don't blow up or anything after that. You're not taking yourself out with that, are you?
So I'll bring it up on screen here for you. It was that one there. So at the end of the IG activation, if he has 3 or more wounds, he performs the following attack.
Yep. But it's just an attack. It's not you're not committing. You're not ending yourself.
Yeah, Jace, did you decide not to use a Pierce 2 gun there for a reason, or you wanted the better dice? Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's the explanation. Yeah, somebody was just asking, so had to be some reason. All right, Anthony with a pull. I think it's a strike team. Strike team down south, I think. Bottom of the table by that little engine or motor.
And do you think that's a misprint in or in the way that IG card is, like being anti, like if you're going via the series and via canon, like anti-capture protocols, you have and via the artwork on the card, you would assume that once you've made that attack, it's just you would blow up. That you would take him, remove him from the board at the end of the activation.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Correct.
Um, just thinking about the.
Yeah, and he had it and he rolled it off.
I'm just looking at the rebel list here for a second.
Place aim essentially 2-man unit.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just that's what I was
Yeah,
working
so
my
it
way
is
through. So the
detonate
detonate,
symbol.
yeah,
Yep, cool.
I was still working my way through. I
Detonate,
was
so
like,
it is removed.
yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure that is how it is. I just didn't want to
Yep.
overspeak. Yeah, it's the detonate, not the melee symbol at the bottom. So, yeah, but it
Yep.
only occurs if he has the 3 wounds. So it's a little misleading in
Yep.
the sense that there's still a caveat, a threshold that you have to match, and in this case, Jace went the opposite way on it. So yeah.
Yep.
So it's not okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Which save? Who saved that? The rebels. 2-man squad at the top. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I was trying to work my head into that, Brian Savvy. Like, yeah, it maybe should just be like a must, but there's
Yeah.
still
Yep.
there's still
Still that
still an
opportunity
option.
of
So
not
yeah,
being. Yep. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that and I misjudged that as I misjudged that symbol.
Yeah.
As a melee instead of a
We're all good. No 6. Yeah. All right. So players have decided that they're going to be a no shift required there on that. So I think where did IG finish that, Jace? Okay, he wasn't at the range, so he still get the push there with the capo being dead. So this one ends up there. That gets a stop, so it'll be a 3-0 on the payload point. So yeah, saves have been insane for sure, for sure. I'd say strategically, I think the saves were more. I think is where they really started to shine. So that save there, great, but not necessarily important. I'd say the 3 Boba shot saves were awesome. The melee, but I think the more importantly though, he wouldn't have made that melee if he took maybe more damage earlier. So.
At the same time, he was rolling 4 votes.
Oh no, for sure. Oh, I know.
He was rolling insane, and I was rolling insane.
Yeah. The problem is defensive dice always come out on the better end of insane because of what they give you. So because there's generally not like straight up like take away defense, take away defense, take away defense. There is Pierce, okay, but offensively, you can take them away from dodges and cover and a host of other things. So certainly, I had this exact same conversation when we were talking about Dan's game as well. That offensively, the dice can be great. The defensive dice really make the difference in the game. So in that particular game, there was an 11 boat rolled into a nine dice save. So and believe it or not, the defensive player felt better at the end of that too. So that's generally how that works. So yeah, but there's a payload game in the books. Payload. Lot of thinking in that for sure. So offensively, I didn't think it was as bloody as I thought it was going to initially be.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah, fair. And Jace wasn't able to get off one of his most offensive unit in melee, and Whistling Birds might have been Whistling Birds, on the following turn when Anthony has to go in for
Yep.
that stop, you likely see something great go off there. And if he was able to, like I said, I think I would have liked to see IG shift over where Din went first. And then I think I would have liked to see Din stay safe for that turn, and then push Din over to get off when he needed to, and then you'd be okay with him dying, because then IG's in a position. IG's doing his spinorama in a better position. I think like there was just a little bit of poor, not poor positioning, but unfortunate positioning, and I think specifically that triggered off that turn where Din only had the one action. So, burying.
And I think. Sorry. Yep.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say. I think when you were asking the question earlier on, that I was assuming that he had less wounds. Yeah, I think that was. I think you're correct. If moving forward that quickly with that amount of wounds, if you've only got 2 wounds left, then putting him in the front, making him this massive target, was definitely going. He was going to disappear sooner rather than later. So yeah.
Yeah, and you had the bailout too. Like if you would have went with IG first, you had the arc welder both on IG as well as Din, so you could have used Din's arc welder to help IG that turn, and then used IG's arc welder on the following turn on himself. And
Yep.
so that there was still that availability as well. So it might have just been maybe a bit of a misorder, or different than what I would have done, I should say. But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. And had Jace known that shot was going to whiff, he might have been a little bit more aggressive with Din as well, right? And if Jace knew that Din was only going to have to eat one shot, he may have been okay to make that move out anyway. But because where he put him, he ended up still eating like 3 shots, and so the suppression stacked, and the wounds stacked, and he just snuck it through. I mean, he made a pretty good save before he died, but unfortunately, when you're on 1 wound, it only takes 1 failed save. So, yep. But another one in the books, 71 in the books. So thanks, folks, for hanging out. Appreciate that, Brian. Thanks for coming out and casting a game. Hopefully, we can get you out a few more times for the holiday special. Try to earmark the 30th if you can to come help. I'd love to have a full Friday Night Fights crew. We might need an all hands on deck just to keep track of all the prize giveaways. So hopefully, we can elicit Michael.
One guy in the
Better have
background
Michael
just,
come back and
taking
help us
notes.
out so we can get the spreadsheet accurate and done. So awesome. Well, thanks for coming out, folks. Don't forget 2 more days now to sign up for the league. Get in the league, get your list in. Make sure you hit Canadian Bear with the lists. Maps are ready to go, and the league will kick off right after the Tuesday show. Don't forget, Tuesday show is a launch show. And so yeah, you want to be out for that. I have a meeting on the Tuesday night launch show. I might have to adjust that by 1 day. Just realized I have a meeting that got scheduled. It's an emergency measures meeting, so I didn't have a long time. All right, I will figure out what I'm going to do about that. I might shift that by 1 day. But
Might be a Wednesday launch show.
yeah, it might be a Wednesday launch show. Now that I'm just thinking about that out loud, doesn't matter. We'll make it happen. We got 6 weeks to get it in, so a difference by a day ain't gonna make much of a difference at all. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one, and thanks a lot, Brian.
Thanks,
Cheers.
everybody. See you next time.